Good evening, Tucker sports fans. It's the Swanton Welding pregame show with your host, Scott Barrett.
A Week 10 matchup preview and review of last week with Coach Moeller on the 50 here at Wauseon High School. Well, good morning, and another version of On the 50. This one is Week 10. Those are always painful words to say. Week 10. The season has really run by us, but 9-0, big victory at Delta, and a really big game next Friday or this coming Friday with Wauseon. But like we typically do, we go back and we look at the game that was,
we're
Coach.
up, Jigs.
This one was in the bag pretty early. You gave up a big trap for big yards on defense, and then we didn't hear anything else from Delta the rest of the game. My response was that's going to be about the one or two plays that that Coach Matt Bryan and Casey Mueller will tolerate. Talk a little bit about how your defense played against Delta.
Well, outside of the one play early in the game, I thought the defense was really stout.
Mm-hmm.
We really shut their run game down, and the pass game is a little bit more predictable when you do that. And we were able to get a couple interceptions, which were big. But just overall, the defensive effort was really good. But you go back and watch film, and you can always clean some things up. So we did that, and hopefully moving forward, we can play even better.
Talk about you were able to stop the passing game. Obviously, you were well prepared for it. The freshman Freeze is going to be a nice player, but freshman, and threw a couple interceptions. But the efforts on the interceptions, had a big night from Cam Colley. Certainly, we had a great night from Garber. Blake Garber had a great one too. Your defensive backs were ready. You haven't seen a lot of games where you're tremendously threatened. I thought that they stood up, and your defensive back play was outstanding.
Yeah, when you play a team that runs the ball so much, it can be almost harder as a defensive back because you have to be disciplined in the play action game and stuff like that. And they did a really good job. Passing is not a strength of Delta's, but we still needed to put the lid on it, and we did a good job. And Cam is a playmaker, and he tip back pass, and he got it in space, and he was able to go the distance.
Talk about your special teams. I like to talk about that a lot. I mean, block, extra point, the blocking, the schematics of all the special teams. How comfortable are you today with that?
Well, we're as confident as we can be because we do work on it on a weekly basis. We work hard. And then obviously kicking from different spots on the field from different lengths. And you just try to cover all those bases and make sure you're ready when needed.
Do we have to pay you to run a fake extra point? It's like you are just, and again, you coached under Rex for a long time, and your dad obviously has been a coach for a long time. We've seen that's not something you just don't do a lot. Not a big deal. Just want to poke you a little bit, but just doesn't seem like you do a lot of that.
Well,
and you practice it.
Yeah, we practice it if we need it, but the last few years we haven't had a lot of punt situations.
That's true. We don't punt the ball a lot.
And
true.
You get into a second half, and if you have a running clock, you're not going to fake it, and so there's times for it, and then there's times where you're better off just to punt the ball and play defense. And that's the other thing, as good as our defense is, and as much as we like to play field position, when you fake a punt, it's a high reward value, but it's also high risk. And, I guess I'm pretty conservative.
For sure. We debate this out in fan land a little bit about, do you put more on film to make people prepare more? Mark Bly tells us that a lot of people subscribe from playoff communities like Ironton, et cetera, as we would probably as well. What is your philosophy? You're not a guy it doesn't seem like you waste a lot of time trying to do some of that. You seem pretty block and tackle. Or is it more to surprise a team that hasn't seen things on film? Because I've heard it both ways as a coach.
Probably a little bit of both. I'm probably one to lean more towards don't show it. So that when we use it, it's more of an element of surprise. But then there are things where we've had coaches say, let's get this on film so people have to prepare for it. And so it's kind of a balance between the two. I probably err on the side of we're not going to show something, in case we need it later.
Yeah.
But certainly there's both sides to that.
Talk a little bit about, obviously in your running game, we've talked about the offensive line all year long. They've just been stellar. You've had a run of offensive line play that's just been outstanding. But just sometimes your running backs just really stand out. And I felt like a lot of runs from, your running backs this week were just outstanding. Waylon Rentz just carried guys and couldn't get him to the ground. And obviously it's a function of a younger Delta team, just not physically being able to handle it. We're getting really good runs, obviously, from Thomas Moeller, who's been very effective inside the tackles and dives and traps. And you got Garrison back this week. Garrison Cruz, talk about your running back room and the effectiveness so far, and certainly against Delta.
Well, I think it's a really deep, good room to have. We try to balance out touches and things like that. And
Jix, who's in the boot on the crutches?
Skewed, but for the most part, we try to spread that out. And they've all produced for us. And they've all had
the
big
freshman, number 35.
Jackson Bartels,
the good running back, linebacker,
is extremely capable of
it's name's
blocking,
escaping me,
making plays for us in the pass game and the run game. So
Jakeway.
It's a great room, and it gives us options. If a team wants to take something away, it may open up something for somebody else. And if you're keen on one guy, we've got other weapons that we can get the ball to. So it's been a blessing for us to have that depth there. There's been years where you might have 3 running backs on the field, but one guy is getting 25, 30 carries a game, and we just don't have to do that just yet. We talked in a meeting, okay, what we need a play or what's our bread and butter. We certainly have that, and we know what we want to do based on what the defense is giving us, but we feel confident in a lot of those guys to make plays.
Talk about one of your MVPs of the season, and we talk about a wide spectrum of people that impact a successful season. But I would argue going into week 10 that Amanda Mathias is one of your most important people on your staff. We looked healthy. We looked fresh. I think the play that we've seen from Xander Zeider and Spangler, Hunter Spangler, have been off the chart. These guys are coming off illness and injury that really, you know how that goes. You have Stephen Brogan now is the last 2 weeks. I think I've been told he's on the IR. The guy comes out and makes explosive plays on defense. So
we got
talk about
issue.
Amanda and all that treatment
video.
and all the way you take care of players. Because I think that's going to be a huge factor as you look to the playoffs.
Well,
she's
there for a reason, and her objective is to get guys on the field as soon as possible.
I'm going to let this run through.
But then you can't rush them on the field, and sometimes that means
just let us know.
You can't practice much this week. If we can get you to Thursday and get you some reps, then you're ready to go Friday. But she's done a really good job of managing those kids' treatment, making sure that they're rehabbing the way they are. Mm-hmm. She's testing them to make sure, they can run, they can cut, because, football is a lot of sudden stop and start and movements. So making sure that they can do that. And then looking out for those guys and making sure that, if they don't need to be on the field, we get them off as soon as we can. And she cares about those kids a lot and wants them to succeed and get on the field. So she's done a great job for us for years.
No, word we don't use a lot as a fan or as an analyst is availability. Mm-hmm. You talk about ability and you talk about all these things that they do so well, but if they're not available, they can't do all these things. So I think Amanda does a beyond phenomenal job for you. Let's talk about week 10. Wauseon historically has been a great game for Liberty Center. It's a good football town, rich in tradition. Obviously, if they've fallen on some hard times, they haven't been as good, but Wauseon always seems to have 1 or 2 athletes that are just better than anything that we can put against them on the field. You got to really scheme around them and plan. Talk about this year's edition of the Wauseon Indians, and obviously we go into that game. If you're in Vegas, we're probably going to be heavily favored. But what concerns you about Wauseon?
Well, Wauseon this year's pretty young.
Yeah.
So when you look at their record and you wonder why, they're very youthful. But they do have a lot of weapons and athletes. They're just young. Wyatt Smith is probably their most explosive athlete. Mm-hmm. He's a senior with really good size, about 6'2", 190, and can really run.
Yep.
So if they get him the ball, he's capable of making big plays, and he's made a lot of big plays on the offensive end and on special teams. The quarterback is probably their next best player, and is capable of running or throwing. He really manages well. He's a tough kid.
Okay. I got about
on defense.
Just a little over 3 minutes, and I'm going to shut her down, bring her back up.
And those guys,
so it'll go silent.
They're leaders, and then they have other running backs who are quick.
Right.
They're just youthful, and as they gain experience, they're going to get better and better. And when you get to week 10, a lot of those guys that are sophomores and juniors are now seasoned a little bit more, and you consider them maybe juniors and seniors. So that's always a concern, is their big playability, their explosiveness, and we're going to have to kind of put a lid on those big plays.
What do you see in terms of schematically? Our fans will get the chance to see this interview a little earlier this week and kind of prepare for Wauseon. But what do they do on defense? What are you going to see in alignment? Why is it going to be even front, odd front? What will you see on offense? Sometimes on the family, the wives, your children. I know you've been really good at trying to get to games and not miss a lot. Yesterday, I see that it's Mandy Muller's birthday, and you're celebrating your daughter's birthday first. Talk about the role of supportive wives and your staff.
Well, it's pretty critical. They absolutely sacrifice a lot
For
sure. for coaches to be able to coach, and it's really thankless. They're your biggest supporters. They're in the stands. Sometimes they hear people complain about the coaches and things like that, and that hurts them. But Mandy has been a tremendous support system, and really does a tremendous amount for the team. She
1 minute
makes breakfast every Saturday for the varsity guys when they're watching film. Probably once a week, she's making cookies or brownies or something like that, bringing down for the entire team. And it's stuff that she doesn't have to do, but she does it because she cares. And like I said, families have to sacrifice a lot, not just my family, but all the coaches' families. And you miss birthdays and things like that, or dinner with the family, and sporting events, and you try to manage it, but you're not going to get to all that stuff if you're coaching. And so it's behind every good coach is a better spouse. And I've heard older coaches say that a long time, and it's absolutely 100% true.
We talk about football as family at Liberty Center. That's pretty literal here. Liberty Center heads to Wauseon in Week 10 at 9-0, number 1 in Region 18, number 2 in the AP in Division 5. And a lot of winning streaks on the line, Coach. We wish you luck this week.
Thank you.
All right, good evening, Liberty Center Tiger football fans, and a few of you, I would imagine, Wauseon Indians or Patriots or Blue Streaks, whoever across the area and, of course, all over the nation. Tonight, Liberty Center has traveled to Harmon Field, 101 years old, Larry Fruth Stadium, to take on the Wauseon Indians. Jigs, you've been here, you've played here. This is to me one of the more special fields. I mean, there is a lot of enigma between the two, and it's been some hard-fought battles down through the years. Did you ever have a feeling for Wauseon by itself, or was it just one big battlefield?
Yeah, I mean, this field has a lot of character to it. But you got the school in the background there. You got a creek kind of running through it. You got the railroad tracks in the back, and just a really nice setup here. So, yes, whenever you came to Wauseon, it had a little bit of extra juice to it because they were always a good football team. They've had a lot of tradition in this football team, and certainly their facility is nice, very nice over here.
Yeah, we're the all-time record. This is the 99th meeting. Liberty Center holds an edge, 50-45,
wow,
with 3 ties, and those, of course, were way back in the 40s and beyond when they didn't have a tiebreaker system. But Wauseon owned Liberty Center for a long time.
Yep.
The Tigers have been successful, and I can't give you an exact figure, but probably 22 out of the last 30 years it's belonged to Liberty. But Wauseon was one of those teams that kind of helped rule the NWAL, and they took their wares on the Tigers. Liberty Center comes in 9-0, as you're well aware of. Wauseon at 3-6, 3-3 in the NWAL, and this is an uncharacteristic Wauseon team. What are they struggling with?
Yeah, if you watch them on film, Spike, I think the biggest struggles that they have is on the offensive and defensive line. If you look at them on offense, they still have some talent. They got a couple of receivers that can go and get the football. They got a couple of receivers that can take the top off, and a quarterback that is still a junior. He's a 6'3", kind of a big, lanky, left-handed kid, but he can throw it down the field. Wyatt Smith, that's a name that all of Liberty Center knows. That's Sam Smith's son, youngest son. So Wyatt Smith, he is dangerous. He can get loose in the back end, and certainly the quarterback can sling it out there. So the struggle they have had is getting him time and establishing the run. They have not been able to do that consistently, and that is part of their struggles on offense. And then defensively, if you look at what they lost last year, there were 2 or 3 linebackers that were all-league type players. They had a Tyson Rodriguez that was a do-everything for them, both offensive, defensive, and in special teams. So this is a team that has lost a lot of talent in their senior class last year. That was a team I believe was 7-3, 6-3, something like that. So a little bit more competitive than they have been this year, but they do have some young talent in the sophomore and junior class. So, and this is the last game. This is the last game at home. You got a bunch of seniors playing the last game. I expect them to come out ready to go here.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. If they do, it's a long shot. And for Liberty, of course, we're assured of 2 playoff spots. The worst we can finish, I believe, is 3rd. And the important thing is, if you're not going to be first, you want to be 2nd or 3rd. That keeps you away from the top team in our region for one more game.
Yep.
And so the seeding, helps out if we can finish 2nd or 3rd. And as it looks, we'll be 2nd. But of course, we're not worried about the playoffs yet. We got to take care of business right here. And with Liberty Center having 5 of the members of the football team, out on a code of conduct violation, we're going to have to. Liberty is going to have to make some adjustments.
Yep.
The running back situation, the linebacker situation,
sniper position.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah, those are all going to be affected. And so how the coaching staff puts together a makeshift game plan to readjust, to plug other people in, will be a good challenge for them.
Yes, and if you remember back last year, Spike, to this exact game at home, Wauseon came out and played us very tough. We did not score in that first quarter.
Yeah,
they ran a lot of blitzes. You're going to see probably a 4-4 look tonight where they're going to take 2 outside linebackers, take them up to the line, and then have your 2 middle linebackers right there. So they're going to play the run against Liberty Center, force us to try to put it in the air. And, this is it. This is their last game, so they're going to bring it.
Yeah, oh yeah. On the Liberty Center side of it, the offense is going to take some adjusting. Defense, I think, is still very stout.
Yep.
One of the top defenses in the league. One stat really stuck out to me was that Liberty Center doesn't have anybody in the area in top 25 in tackles. And that, to me, is amazing.
You got guys playing sound defense, playing their role, and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
You just took a page right out of the professional football, the NFL, right out of their. When you listen to the experts on, Sunday at noon before the game start, and they're talking about the very same things you just mentioned. Stay in your lanes, take care of your job. Everybody works together for the better of the greater unit. All right, we're getting set here for our national anthem. Okay, as the band makes their way off, the team now, Liberty Center on this side, super Liberty Center Tiger crowd. The fans have filled the stands. Wauseon maybe not quite so much, but when you're cruising. Liberty Center, this will be working on their third undefeated season. And if you go back to the end of the 3 seasons before that, we might be on as many as, 33, 34, 35 regular season wins in a row. That's quite a program.
Yes, it is.
All right. Did Liberty Center defer the choice? Was that the coin toss?
I did not see it. It looks like that is the kickoff team that is set out there, though.
Okay.
So it looks like we will be kicking off start.
All right, kickoffs for Liberty Center have been deadly to
Yes,
the
they
other
have.
team.
Yes, they have.
Walker.
There's either a big explosion or a big hit or a bit. I mean, every single time we just look forward to these kickoffs because you just never know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, Max Walker has got a thunderfoot.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he averages, I believe, 104, but 4 yards deep into the end zone on his kickoff. So
Max Walker teed it up for the Tigers.
That at high school level is phenomenal.
Yes, it is. Wyatt Smith looks like he is back deep for the Indians here.
17 foreign countries. It's time for the kickoff. Walker approaches. A line drive kick taken there at the 5-yard line. Return straight ahead. Now cut to the left.
Ooh.
Spins past one.
Big
but
hit.
The Tigers special
Guess who?
teams does a good job again.
Guess who? Tyler Lay.
Tyler Lay.
Oh,
T-Lay,
boy.
number 51. Built like a bowling ball, but I'll tell you what, there is power in the blood, buddy.
That guy's got a nose for the football. He finds it. When there's a kickoff, you better believe number 51 is going to be around the football, whether he's making the tackle or just around it, man. He is around it every play. Nice start there by the Liberty Center kickoff team.
All right, we've got Zyder, Spangler, and the Goose, I believe, over there as the defensive line. Wauseon lines up in the shotgun here. First play from scrimmage. Puts a man in motion. Now they're going to roll out on a little bit of a reverse. Tries to find.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
there we go.
Slam down. Wow. I believe that was Tyler Roars.
Look at that guy, huh?
Tyler Roars getting a start tonight. Boy, did he weigh the
Yeah,
leg
that was
to it.
nice. Nice form tackle there, Spike. Picked up the legs and drove him down. There's Wyatt Smith looking to get him the ball early on that reverse. Way to stay home there, Liberty Center's defense. They had a sniper there, Mason Smith, I believe, and then
number 10, Mason Smith, getting a start tonight as well. You got Waylon Wrench, number 19, at a linebacker. We're going to have Walker as a linebacker. All right. Handoff now off that left
Oh,
side.
yeah.
And there's
That's fumble.
Green, and he's down.
they're on it.
Fumble on the play, and we're going to figure it out. Liberty Center signaling, and the officials.
Yeah, there we go.
What a hit.
Yeah, looked like Max Walker snuck in there, Spike. Got a helmet on the football and knocked that one loose. Waylon Rentz jumping on it. That's another guy that's around the football. Liberty Center's going to take over. What a start here.
I failed to mention Steve Brogan, a very heroic young man who hasn't been able to practice for the previous 2 weeks. Now, this week he did get some time in the practice field. But that guy comes out and plays the whole game.
Yeah, he does.
Man. All right, Liberty Center comes out, tight end left, 2 in the backfield, under center middle. Give to the first back.
Dive,
cuts
big
off
hole.
the right side, straight up the middle, driving and pounding. And now from the 27-yard line, Liberty Center is going to have a 1st and 10. Let's see here. Picked up 16 yards. 11 yards on the play. So it'll be 1st and 10 Liberty on the Wauseon 16.
Big hole there to start for Waylon Rentz.
All right, the Tigers show a wing right set with a double wide out to the far side, the Wauseon side. Miller out of the gun. Miller keeps it behind Rentz, heading out
Lot
for
of room.
the corner. Now cuts
There
it
we go.
outside, heading for the corner, he's into the end zone. It's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown. 2 offensive plays After they forced the fumble, Liberty Center goes ahead.
You know, as a quarterback, Spike, when you're going around that end on a quarterback keep, and you got two guards, I believe, pulled out in front of you, and then you got a wing blocking, that was like parting of the Red Sea, man. I don't think Grady got touched there, and that's just running to wide open spaces right now.
Yeah, Grady averaging 10 yards a carry this year on limited carries, but his responsibility has gone up. Now, Fitzenreiter's snap, the hold by Kreinbrink, the kick by Rosebrook. Good! Rosebrook pounds another one through, and at the 10:30 mark of the first quarter, the Tigers on top 7-0. And by the way, Rosebrook, officially, he is 51 out of 52 on point after touchdown kicks. And I'm telling you, they will take that percentage at the pro level, the college level, all day long, maybe even yesterday.
That's right. He's almost automatic. That is such a small part of the game. But, man, that 1 point gets very important as we continue to get deep into the playoffs here. That is a very, very important point after. And, man, Ian Rosebrook, he has been almost automatic.
You know, making plays, you hit in a certain way, and there's just techniques about it and how you don't just pull at the ball. There's ways that they're taught to grab the ball and pull it out. That time it looked like it was a helmet.
Yep.
But in knowing where and when to use that helmet, it's just – this is the stuff that's taught at Liberty Center. It's phenomenal.
That's right, and you see that on the field on these turnovers that they create each and every single week, and that's what makes this Greek defense so great.
All right, we've got Foster and Old Crew as the outside protectors here. On the kickoff, Walker approaches. Line drive kick again. That's going to take a bounce. Picked up there at the 10-yard line. Return straight up the middle. He was grabbed by the shoulder pads, got hooked and yanked, but slips up to about the 25-yard line, about where Wauseon was the last time, and they'll take over there.
Looked like Isaac Orth on the tackle there. There was almost a clothesline. I think Jackson Bartels come flying down there, but nice tackle. They're going to get it on 26 here. You know, what a statement by the Liberty Center defense to start things out. That's what you want. You're on the road. Let's start out strong. Let's make a statement. They did on that first drive.
Kyler Kerr now at defensive end for Liberty Center. They show a five-man front. Quarterback back to throw. Throws a hard one over the middle. Incomplete. Miller on the protection with Roars coming across from his free safety spot.
Grady right there, step, and Tyler Roars also on that pose. Looks like they might have been playing a deep third, or he was in the deep. He was right in position in case that was a good throw. Great defensive play there, Tyler Roars, Grady Miller.
They're going to put it in the air. Post route. It was a quick, hard hitter. Sometimes, if they've got their act together, that's a tough ball to protect from, to guard. All right, Wauseon with a double wing set out of the pistol. Drops back, 3 steps, looks, throws the home run ball downfield. It's a horse race. Incomplete. Grady Miller with terrific man defense.
Yeah, that's what you want to do as a corner. Get on top of the receiver, run the route for the receiver. That's exactly what Grady did. He saw that fade, got on top of it, wouldn't let that receiver get past him, ran the route for him. That is excellent cornerback play right there.
Right, and our coaching staff is so great at teaching that very thing. It is so, I'm amazed at just how well these guys are able to show that, bring it to the kids, and have them absorb it. We saw it there with Grady. 40 yards pass in the air, incomplete. That brings up 3rd down and 10 from their own 26. Again, Wauseon out of the pistol, motion this side, and we're going to get a procedure call, I believe. No, a timeout. Wauseon, I don't know what the coaches didn't like. Play looked smooth to me. But a timeout at 10:13 of the first quarter. 7-0 Liberty. Captain, take it.
Dude, we got all kinds of stuff going on out here. Our video is live. It's not supposed to be. We're going to probably go dark on the video side here, and it'll just be an audio game. We don't want to violate NFHS. We've checked everything with our software. We don't know, but we cannot violate NFHS, so we're going to go dark. Unfortunately, at this point, we will not have a video to watch if we go dark with the camera, but we just can't violate this. It's just something we can't do. So we're going to go dark on our video. And there'll be no video replay at this point. It'll be just be an audio replay, be like an audio broadcast on the radio. So we're going to go dark here, and we don't know what to do. So.
All right, one of those things. Technology's tough. All right, man in motion. Back to throw. Throws a 15-yard and out, and incomplete. Threw it too far ahead of the receiver, up around the 40-yard line. So that will bring up 4th down, and Wauseon now will have to prepare to probably punt. Oh, and here's where it really gets fun. You've got 2 terrific punt returners back there with Cam Colley and Olcrew, JT Olcrew. They're standing back at their 40-yard line. The line of scrimmage, Wauseon's own 26. Tigers put 9 men up in the so-called box. Low snap, runs up, and just pooches it. It's going to take a 10-yard bounce. Picked up there by Olcrew at the 45. Cuts to the outside, down the sideline, breaks one tackle, pounds forward, and returns the ball all the way back down to the Wauseon 30-yard line.
Nice job there by JT. That fumbling ball, this wet grass here tonight, was able to field that. Great, get really positive yards out of that. Love to see that from your return man. Not afraid to pick a ball up like that and get after.
They say that he stepped out at around Wauseon's 40. We had him getting down there awfully close to the 30, but nevertheless, 21 yards on the punt return by that electrifying JT Olcrew. All right, Liberty Center comes out. They've got Mason Smith, number 10, at a wideout this side. Cam Colley, a wideout over there. Jack Bartell's the wingback, shifting to the left. Out of the gun, Miller. Single setback rinse. Miller looks, throws it out there, a diving catch. Great job by Mason Smith. Gain of about 4 on the play. Liberty Center now down to about the 34-yard line.
Nice little pass and catch there. Good ball, and Mason with a nice little diving grab. I think that's important for Grady Miller. Get him a pass early, get him a completion, get him some confidence, and then he gets going.
All right, officially a 5-yard gain. Now Liberty Center with a 3 in the backfield. They'll give to the third guy. That's
good caught. Good caught.
Over one.
Get up.
Now in another one. Leaps
He's
over
gone.
Another tackle. He's got the 10, the 5. It's another Liberty Center Tiger touchdown. Jack Bartels followed a horde of blockers. The line had an 8-yard push. The running backs barreled forward, took out a key linebacker, and a little bit of Jixon Jewin from Jackson scores!
Yeah, that was a nice initial hole then, Spike, and he had a great cutback and kind of got in and out of some defenders, and man, what a run there, Jackson Bartels.
Yeah,
impressive.
Jackson's biggest run of the year, a 34-yard touchdown.
Flag on the play.
And it appears that on the PAT attempt, Wauseon may have lined up off sides. I'm not sure. Yeah. So now that'll push the ball up to 1.5 yards. And at this point, I don't think Liberty Center will or needs to go for 2. Yeah. They're going to decline it. And that means they'll kick from the same spot. The linemen don't need to move as they set up. Parasini, one of the wideouts here. Kick is up.
Good kick.
Snap was good. Hold was good. Ian Rosebrock, good again. 14-0 with the 9:17 mark of the first period. And the Liberty Center offense that hasn't run very many plays, but it's been in high gear.
Yeah, it has. Spike going to hit on Jackson Bartels and kind of some of his progression, the way he's coming on late in the year here against Patrick Henry. He had a really good game defensively, and you're starting to see him offensively now. I think he had a touchdown last week, had an interception return against Bryan, and obviously another good run and touchdown here tonight. That's a senior that's finally healthy, that you can really start to see his potential and what he really means to this team. Man, oh man, the depth that you just continue to run out here each and every week on offense.
I like number 10, Mason Smith. I watch him in practice. The guy catches the ball. He's a great special teams player. He gets down the field quick. He covers well. He's just tough. Now he's getting a shot to play. Makes a great catch on a diving out route.
Yep.
He's on special teams on the kickoff team. I'm glad that he's getting an opportunity to really stick up and stand out. All right, Walker now has had 2 line drive kicks. Liberty Center's kickoff team very good at staying offsides. Now a little bit higher, a floater, end over end. That's going to come down to the 5. Up the far hash mark. Looks for there, not much running room, and held inside the 25-yard line again. We've got a late flag from the back judge who was clear back near the 50-yard line. And we'll have to wait and see what this baby is.
Yeah, I think Mason Smith, I believe, on that tackle there, Spike. Maybe Will Fitzenreiter as well. That was a kind of a gang tackle, 2 or 3 Tigers.
All right. The officials still conversing.
Okay.
Oh, my. Well, we've seen the Indians with a couple of penalties early, and, that's – I'm not worried about Wauseon, but I'm just glad that we're not getting those early ones. That's been kind of a bugaboo in the past. We're averaging about 8-9 penalties a game.
Yep.
All right, so this is a big walk-off. That's from out around near the 25. The ball spotted now way back at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, that's not a good sign there for Wauseon. Obviously, if you struggle first 2 offensive drives, then you start, inside your own 15. That's tough.
All right. 9 minutes and 10 seconds still remaining in the first quarter. Tigers up 14-0. Out of the pistol. Motion this way. They're going to give it to the motion man. Forget about that.
Yeah.
No gain on the play. Who manhandled him? That was
Waylon Rentz.
Waylon Rentz.
Yeah, that's how you fill from the linebacker position. Inside to outside, running down that line, meeting him as he's getting ready to cut up the field. Great play there by Waylon Rentz. That's what we just come to expect to see each and every week from that guy.
Wow. Okay, Wauseon running more or less a spread offense with a setback, putting the quarterback in the pistol position. They're using motion. They want to get wide. They want to keep the field wide. They figure that's their best chance against Liberty's stiff defense.
Yeah, and they got some athletes. They want to try to get into space.
All right, Tigers show a 3-man front with 4 linebackers. Tigers shift over. They give to the far side. Now a little swing pass, and that's going to come up short. And why did that pass come up short, Jigs?
Well, the quarterback's on his back. That's why.
Yeah, you're right. Some super pressure there. Let's see if we –
I think that might have been Waylon Rentz and Max Walker that got on him
right.
there.
Yeah, it was. Rentz and Walker.
Yeah, when you're a quarterback and you're running for your life and you can't take 2 steps to set your feet, man, that is a tough ask for a quarterback to be able to make a good throw, and that's exactly what happened right there.
All right. Clock stopped now. 8:19 here in the first quarter. Wauseon facing a 3rd down and 10 at their own 13-yard line on the Liberty Center hash. Out of the pistol, Rentz now backs off from the blitz. Now has to pick it up on a delay. And a good solo tackle. Whole job. That was Cam Colley, I think, stepped up and made that play.
Yeah, Cam Colley and Stephen Brogan there to finish it up. Good job by Cam. He's the outside leverage corner player there, and he didn't let the quarterback get outside. I was able to make almost the solo tackle. Stephen Brogan got in there, cleaned him up.
Cam Colley of diminutive stature, like I got any room to talk, but that guy is a hitter. He is one of the leading tacklers on this team from his defensive back position.
Yeah, he's not afraid to stick his nose in there.
All right, runs up, punts it, high, short. Tigers can't even come up. Now it's picked up by Olcrew. Olcrew spins past 1, and he'll pick up about 3 on the return.
I think they might be calling a roughing here, Spike. Looks like Tyler Lay, when he was coming in, it might have just caught the punter's leg.
Yeah, it had to be real late because I kept my eyes on the punter. When the ball got away, there was nobody in sight. But, that could well be.
Do they just call – I think what they're doing is just calling a 5-yarder here. I didn't know that was a difference. Well, I know obviously in the college game there's a 5 and then a 15, right?
Yep. They've got a running into and a roughing. So I'm not sure how high schools diagnose that.
It was 4th and 6.
Okay, so it'll make it a 4th and 1 here if it is a 5-yard penalty. Talking to the Wauseon coaches now.
Well, Wauseon's got nothing to lose
No.
because we've got the ball in their territory around the 45-yard line. So if they can
Running into the kicker against Liberty
Yeah.
Center, that penalty will be declined.
It would have been a 5-yarder.
well, but at 4th and 1, and you're down 2 scores already.
Yeah, or get another 5
But-
yards and punt it again.
But that's why they don't pay me the big bucks.
Huh. Interesting.
All right, so the Tigers, with 7:27 on the clock, take over for their 3rd possession here in the first quarter. They already lead 14-0 on great field position. All right, Jackson Bartels lines up on the left. Now they're going to shift over, and Hammondtree goes to the tight end on the right with a wing right package. Now, Bartels in motion. They're going to give straight ahead.
Good hurdle there.
Roars
Tyler Roars.
over a tackle.
There he
That was
goes.
Another great block. Now spins, hits, still going, still
Ooh.
driving, pounding his way all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 24 yards for Tyler Roars. What a scintillating run.
Yeah, that was,
Pow!
man, oh man, that was a big-time run. Initial hole, nice initial hole. He had to do a little hurdle right there at the line of scrimmage, and he had some daylight.
Wow.
And he finished the run from there. Great run, Tyler Roars.
Boy, that offensive line doing a job. You got Brogan at one guard and T-Lay at the other guard. Weimer at a tackle. All right, under center is Miller. Give, no play action. Back, has time. It's Crime-Brink throws.
Oh,
And
caught it.
he did catch that ball.
Hammondtree,
He went
what a
in the
catch.
air about 6 feet off the ground. The hammer goes up, makes one of those impossible catches.
Man, oh
Was
man.
that Hammondtree?
It was Hammondtree, yeah. What a
Wow.
catch there. Looked like a little power pass. He had the tight end on the corner 7 cut there, and
Yeah.
led him a little bit too far. But man, Hammondtree, what a catch there,
Hammondtree
Spike.
did an angle route, cutting across, got open on a delay on that far side, picked up 21 yards. 1st and goal at the 3. Crime-Brink under center. The straight-eye backfield. Give to the 3rd back. Pounds into 3 tacklers. Driving,
gonna
dripping,
push him forward. Look at that
pounding.
push.
He's into the end zone. Another Liberty Center Tiger touchdown at the 6:10 mark.
Wow, that was
Man, that was brute force.
yeah, that was. Man, he got stood up. We can't see the video, obviously, but man, Waylon Rentz got stood up about the 1.5, 2-yard line, and the rest of the offensive line and players kind of just pushed him in there. It was like a
Hey, you ain't got to rub that in, man.
like 7 guys pushing him into the end zone there. You got to love it. We got a flag late here as well, Spike. I don't know.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the stack. And
Are there-
so at this point, I'm not sure.
Looks like they're calling on Liberty maybe after the play here. Personal foul. Touchdown's good.
Okay, maybe there was celebration. Maybe there was some
Foul against the Tigers.
extra exuberance, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Touchdown will be good. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
all right, so
Okay.
the Tigers now lead at 20-0. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Okay,
So
guys, I'm sorry. I'm about
Yeah.
to bust in here.
Yeah.
One of the things we were able to do, we're flying around doing a bunch of things. You know, we always have a bag of stuff up here. We are now recording it on our high-definition camera. You won't be able to see that, but we'll be able to lace this all together
Oh, nice.
sometime this weekend. So we'll have the video and the audio.
All
We'll
right.
lace it all together.
Wow,
So
impressive. These IT guys, I tell you what, they know how to do it. Spike and I, we're just the voice over here. The real work's in the back here.
we're just minions.
well, it's not very good work right now, guys. But
All right. Now, while we were explaining the audio / later on video, again, Fitzenreiter with the perfect snap, Crime-Brink, the excellent hold, and Ian Rosebrook fired one of those kicks that goes majestically high, end over end, climbs up into the stratosphere, splits the uprights, and comes down about 30 yards back.
Yeah, he's got a
Another
boot.
beautiful kick. 53 out of 54 on the season.
Well, that has been pretty easy so far here for Liberty Center, Spike. I know obviously we expected a Liberty Center victory and a dominating performance, but this might be even a little bit more dominant than I was expecting so far.
Oh, yeah, and it's the offensive line tonight. We depend on our defense, and it's been ironclad tough. You know, strong man good. But our offensive line has been firing out, opening holes, blocking downfield. We are in one of those rare forms.
Yep. So, yeah, Wauseon will get their best field position here, probably at 30, between 30 and the 40, most likely with that penalty.
Kickoff going from the 25 instead of the 40. Line drive kick, that's going to come down at the 25-yard line. Wall set up to the left, tries to go up the middle.
Bartels.
Jackson Bartels.
There we go.
No way, baby.
Nice.
Pow, slam, bam, Hammondtree in there. T-Lay in there. Coming off the pile is Orth.
You know, Bartels.
Bartels
that time, he was getting blocked. It's almost like he almost jumped over the blocker to grab the ball carrier and was able to corral him in there. What a play there, Bartels. He's having a big night.
All right, so the Tigers now take up shop on defense. Wauseon with a 1st and 10 at their own 35. 6 minutes left here in the first period. Tigers on top, 21-0. All right. Out of the pistol, motion to the far side. They're going to quarterback, keep it around.
Oh, yeah, Mason Smith.
Says no. Wow, Mason Smith with another big play. Steve Brogan got there and cleaned it up. A loss of 4 on the play.
Man, that was a big-time play there by Mason. He's the sniper on the outside there, Spike. He's got outside leverage, so that quarterback cannot get outside him because he has no help. And, man, he was able to keep him inside and make the tackle for a big loss that time. Big-time play there.
Yeah, fighting off a blocker and then making an astounding play.
This defense has
been
flying around.
Let's see, Walker, Brogan. Let me see. Rents, yeah. You got Miller spread out wide on defense. Cam Colley picks up a wide out. Now quarterback scrambles. Gets it outside, breaks through one, and now has to go to the dirt. I think he might have slipped.
That was a big pop.
He picked up only about a yard or 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down. And Wauseon with 12 yards to go.
Man, oh man.
Ball on the 32.
I don't know what that collision was, that noise. I'm guessing it was a helmet-to-helmet. Man, that was a big pop. Everybody got up there, luckily.
Sider lining up at nose tackle. You got Spangler on one side and Kyler Kern, who has done a magnificent job this year at the other defensive end. Tigers spread the defense out. Now they're going to run a little delayed draw around that other side, and that's not going anywhere either. Wow, the Liberty Center Tigers swarmed to that sweep. Maybe give up a 3-yard gain maybe, but that should bring up 4th down and around 10.
Yeah, I think the flag is probably on Wauseon. It looks like here, Spike, guessing that'll be declined. Oh, chop block.
Ooh, they're pointing towards.
How do you get a chop block on the defense?
Well, was that what they signaled?
No, I think
they're talking to the Liberty coaches. Yeah.
I think he just pointed the wrong way. There he's got it corrected.
Yeah.
Chop block against the Indians, that penalty will be declined.
This defense, Spike, you mentioned it is swarming. Man, they are flying around. There are hats to the football tonight. That is exactly what you want to see as DC. You want to see guys flying around, getting to the football. There's been 7-8 hats every
such
play.
A team effort.
Yep.
You got Xander Zeider, who is tied for 2nd on the team with tackles, and he's a nose tackle, mind you. Those are the guys that engage the other offensive line, and then it's your linebackers that come up with the play.
Yep.
But this is a team effort, a team unit.
Flag on the play.
Uh-oh. No, I don't.
We've been seeing a lot of them.
Well, that's
offsides, Liberty. Procedure.
A procedure call against the defense. I have never seen that.
Normally that's called offsides, right?
Yeah, I don't get it. Well, that makes it 4th down and 7, but Wauseon's still in punt formation. He'll run up, he'll pooch it out there, left-footed kicker, and it'll go out of bounds somewhere down around the Tiger 30-yard line. This is as deep as Liberty Center's been positioned to start an offensive drive in this first quarter.
Yep.
4:10 left on the clock. Liberty Center has had 3 drives. They've scored 3 times. 21-0 Tigers, and they take over again.
Yeah, one thing about a passing game, when you're getting beat, is it does stop the clock. It feels like this first quarter has been taking forever here.
Yeah.
Because of the stopping the clock of Wauseon's passing game here, and I thought it was the second quarter already. It's still the first.
The Goose is at left tackle. Miller under center. No, they give it to Crime.
Big hole.
Deep pitch. He cuts
Tyler
it.
Roars.
That's going to be Roars.
He's going.
Roars at the 50. He's in a foot race.
Look at that speed.
Even a foot race. He's gone. He exploded through that defensive line at the 30. It's a 70-yard touchdown. That's not even a jaunt. That was a burst of speed, but oh no.
I think they're going to get something after.
Stinking rotten, no good yellow flags out here near the 35-yard line.
They got offsetting on sportsmanlike. I think that not related to the play.
Wow,
Offsetting. So
unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. I think there was a little mix-up behind the play there. Talk about Tyler Roars, man, oh man, that guy's got some breakaway speed, doesn't he? He hit that hole and boom.
We've seen him a few times, but it's been in a different circumstance, and that time he burst through, and 5 yards upfield, he had daylight.
Yep. Big time run there.
Here's the kick, and that goes over the ticket booth, out into the street. It's good again by that kicking trio. Fitzenreiter, Kreinbrink, and Rosebrook with the offensive line protecting, and the Tigers go up 28-0 over Wauseon, and there's still 3:57 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, hey, tomorrow we will be back at home, the Wauseon Indians JV contest with our Liberty Center Tigers, and I promise we'll be back in our studio, so we'll have things running the way they should.
Back home.
At home, back home. There's no place like home. And that'll start at 10 a.m. That'll be the swan song regular season broadcast for us. And then we will be hosting a playoff game the following Friday, and we will have that live for you. We'll put that all out on our social media.
All right, this has just been unbelievable. I mean, the Liberty Center Tigers offense is clicking at maybe its highest gear all year. The offensive line is doing a job that is.
They have been dominating. There's been big holes all night.
All right, Walker approaches. End over end, comes down at the 8-yard line. Now returned up that far hash. He's going to be hit right away. T-Lay again. T-Lay. How does he get down there so quick? Man.
I think Badenhop, I think as well, Spike, coming up from the bottom of that pile. That guy is a menace on special teams, I'll tell you what.
He is. He's a menace on the offensive line.
Yeah, he's a menace everywhere.
He's a menace if he lines up at linebacker, licks his chops, and gets the good. All right, 3:50 on the clock here in the first quarter. Wauseon comes out. They'll have the ball at their own 19-yard line. Another excellent special teams job by the kickoff team. Out of the pistol, 2 wideouts over here, motion over here. Quarterback rolls this way, fires it out there. That's going to be caught.
Oh, yeah, Will.
25-yard line.
Nice job, Will
Fitzenreiter. Fitzenreiter brings him down. Good solo, hard-hit tackle.
That was a nice job there by Will. Right on that running back, kind of a back out. Caught that, and Will was able to get on that and then drive him back. That was a great play there.
Yes, it was. Pick up a 6. So it will be 2nd down and 4. The ball around the 25-yard line. Yep, on the 25 on the Liberty Center hash mark this side. We're in the visiting stands here. Liberty's got a full house in the bleachers. All right, Wauseon out of the gun, puts a man in motion, fakes that man
Inside
in motion.
reverse.
tries
Oh,
to
look at
get
that
the quick
guy.
hit, and Waylon Rents.
Hunter Spangler.
Hunter Spangler, excuse me.
Ooh. Boy, he read that baby, and he was all over. It was a little inside reverse that time, and, man, that's a defensive lineman in the backfield wreaking havoc for what was that, a 6-yard loss right there?
Yep.
Or even more.
6 yards.
Man, oh, man. What a play, Hunter Spangler, that time. This defense is flying around. They are fun to watch.
Oh, man. Yeah, the linebackers can sit back and have a cup of coffee and a piece of cake. The linemen are, all right, motion to the far side, dropping back to throw. Throws the home run ball. Got a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete. And they're going to call pass interference on Liberty Center down around the Tiger 45-yard line. Our defender got a little bit too close, jostled him with a little bit of hip action, and it was enough to draw the penalty flag. So it should be a 15-yard walk-off, and Wauseon was behind the chains on a 3rd and 12. That'll make it a 1st and 10.
Yeah, if you get a chance to play that back, Grady was really good position. He got on top of the receiver. He just didn't quite get his head back, and it was an underthrow, so the receiver had to come back for the ball, and that's when the contact happened.
Yep.
He was in good position, though.
All right, Schwager, number 57 in the game as a middle linebacker. Quarterback keeps it, pounds through. He's going to carry tacklers, and that's going to be good enough for a 10-yard gain, and the Wauseon Indians will get another 1st and 10. That ball now up across their own 40-yard line.
Number 57, Deegan Swigert, just flying around there, getting in on that tackle. That was, I think, is that Wauseon's first down of the night?
Down,
I believe it is, yes.
Yep. Minute 55, clock running here in the first quarter. 28-0, but Wauseon now with moving the ball a little bit. They'll have a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Tigers pinch everybody up close. Rents the middle linebacker. Now they're giving on a little.
Oh, yeah. Nothing doing there.
And get maybe a yard on the play, but the Tigers defense stands stout.
Spangler, Brogan getting up from the pile there. Tyler Lay, I believe, in there as well. There's just not a lot of space in the run game for Wauseon yet tonight. Everything getting gobbled up.
Yeah, Liberty Center pushes off blocks. They move off well. They are able to hold and go. Now motion to the far side. Quarterback keeps it around this side. Finds running room. No, a great tackle by Rents coming knifing in there. Grabbed him by an ankle. And what looked like was going to be another gain of double-digit yardage held to about 5.
That's been a decent play there for Wauseon. They kind of overload the one side, the wide side spike, and then they run that quarterback back to the short side, and then they kind of outflank Liberty here the last couple plays on them quarterback runs.
All right, Wauseon with the ball at their own 49-yard line. They've got a 3rd down and 4. 25 seconds left here in the first period. Wideouts to either side. Quarterback on a keeper, and he's going to be hit back there by Brogan, I think.
Brogan, Deegan Swigert.
Battled through the mess, nailed him at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Yeah, Stevie Brogan, Deegan Swigert, all over that one. Deegan Swigert, man, he's flying around tonight all over the place. Good to see him moving around a little bit better with that knee injury.
The end of the first quarter with the score, Liberty Center 28.
Wow. Well, it's been all Liberty Center. Wauseon with a few misdirections here in the latter stages of the first. Have got the ball at midfield. They're facing a 4th down. Captain?
It's live. We'd like to thank its 2024-25 title sponsors: KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, Swanton Welding, P's and Ello's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, and the Gerald Grain Centers. We appreciate you guys. They support us, so please support them. All right, we're back here from Harmon Field. Liberty Center at the end of one, 28-0 over the Indians. And guys, once again, You are watching an audio-only broadcast. We will lace the video and stuff together for you over the weekend so that you can watch the game in its entirety.
All right, the captain found a way to mind over electronics. All right, Wauseon with a 4th and 4 is going to punt. No, it's a fake.
Oh, no, he didn't get it.
Still going. I'm not sure.
Was that a fumble?
Rodriguez carries the ball.
No, I think he.
Oh, I
that's
see where
a
it
decent
was.
spot. I think they're going to give him first down.
Yeah,
That will be good for an Indian.
the Indians pull off a 4-yard fake. They get inches enough. I lost track of the ball. I thought it was another 5 yards upfield.
Yeah, it was like a scrum there. I don't know if the ball came loose or what, but.
Well, you guys said earlier, what did they have to lose?
Yeah,
that's right.
All right, so officially, Wauseon for the first time in Liberty Center's territory at the Tiger 47, 1st and 10. A double wide out over here to the wide side, single there, out of the pistol, back to throw. He's going to throw another home run ball. Grady Miller all
Great
over
job,
that.
Grady.
And, wow!
Great job.
You should have seen that live. Grady was stride for stride, and you would have had to throw one of those 1 in 123 passes that it's going to be complete because Grady had that snuffed.
Yeah, they're airing it out to Wyatt Smith, and Grady, great job there. Got right beside him, kind of got that hand on the hip, was able to get the head back on that play and kind of knock that away at the last second. They are letting Grady follow Wyatt Smith tonight one-on-one. He's been doing a great job.
That's just great stuff. That's good practice for the future. All right, double wing set, motion this way. They're going to fake it to the wing back on a little reverse, breaks through one, and a good solo recovery tackle by Jackson Bartels. But the pickup was good for about 6 for Wauseon. Now some of that misdirection is working a little.
Yeah, I think they're using Liberty Center's aggressiveness against them a little bit on some of these misdirection plays, whereas they're kind of surprising Liberty Center's defense and had a decent hole there. Jackson Bartels, nice play to keep that to a 3rd and short here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 4 at the Liberty Center 41. 2 wide outs over here, a wide out to the far side, wing motion towards the Tiger side. Quarterback rolling this way, got a man out here, caught at the 40, and heads up the sideline, and that's going to be enough for another Wauseon first down. The ball between the 35 and 30-yard line. But I love this. I want to see
They're showing
Liberty
some life.
Center.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to see the Tigers get challenged.
They need it.
They need the pressure.
No, Wauseon certainly, this has been their best drive, no doubt. Found quite a few positive plays, and they got a decent drive going here.
Okay. Wauseon with a 1st and 10 at the Tiger 32-yard line. Again, out of the pistol, wide out to either side, motion this way. They're going to give it to the motion.
Oh, yeah, Xander.
Shot in the backfield. Tiger, bingo, smackarito.
Oh, he didn't fall for that fake, did he? Man, he was all over that one.
That's muscle power going to work overtime.
One-man wrecking crew, 8-yard loss. Man, that's a big-time play by Xander. Those are the splash plays that we're starting to see from him now. When we're seeing the ankle get back to health, and he is really starting to make his presence known on that D-line.
I was watching him tackle him was kind of like the hammer throw, where you spin and boom, let her go. All right, double wing package. Now motion to the wide side. Quarterback drops back.
Oh, Xander, speaking of that guy. Look at this.
Look at that guy, Xander. Picks it off at the 43. Gets it across midfield into Indian territory. And what appeared to be a well set up screen, Xander said no.
Man.
No.
Man, oh, man. Hey, that's tough to do as a defensive lineman to not see a quarterback free rush, and you're like, I got to get that guy. Man, what discipline there by Xander Zyder to stay home.
Stayed home.
He saw it. He read it. Jump it. Man, what a play. That's a defensive lineman right there. Ooh.
So the defense does their job. They give up a couple of first downs but make a play. Now the Tigers come out with a wide out to either side. 2 over here, 1 to the wide side out of the wing. They're going to go play action. Kreinbrink throws.
Good
Caught
pass.
by Bartels.
Look at this guy.
Down the sideline.
He's gone.
They're not going to get him. It's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown. Caden Kreinbrink laid that little down-out route right on the money. Bartels used 2 great blocks downfield into the end zone.
Wow, what a play there. Great throw, Caden Kreinbrink and Jackson Bartels. Caught a little block there after that catch. I don't know if that was Mason Smith. Got a little body, I believe, on the corner, and that's all Jackson needed. He did the rest to the house.
Wow. Boy, this Liberty Center team, they ain't just hitting on all cylinders. They're driving half of General Motors.
Man, oh, man.
All right, here comes that PAT crew once again. All good. And Rosebrook finishes it off. The Tigers go up 35-0 at the 9:45 mark of only the second period. This is phenomenal.
Wow. Spike Jackson Bartels is flashing tonight at number 17 on special teams, defense, and offense. That's his second touchdown on a long run earlier.
Yeah.
And then on the touchdown catch there, man, he's having himself a heck of a game.
Well, you got Jackson Bartels and you've got Tyler Roars.
Yep.
They ran the ball on those 2 breakaway plays. The way they handled their bodies, the way they used their blockers, it looked like these guys have averaged or had 150 carries apiece this year.
Yep.
With their dexterity and pulling them off.
It just shows, once again, we don't want to hammer away on the depth, but it shows the depth. Like, these guys don't get that many opportunities because there are so many capable running backs that we have, and man, they get a chance, they get the ball a little bit more, and look what they can do. They can do that too.
How many offensive plays have Liberty Center run?
I don't know.
I would say 14.
15, maybe 14.
9.
Wow. 9 offensive plays.
Wow.
And 5 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Jeez. All right, so the Tigers kicking off from the 40, going from left to right, high and over end. That comes down at the 6-yard line. Return toward the middle, and he's going to be popped there. Breaks 1 tackle, but only gets up to the 17-yard line. I tell you what, making the first hit, slowing him down, I believe, was Isaac Orth.
Yeah, it was.
He had full steam, and Isaac Orth knocked him off his path. He stumbled and kept going, but Isaac Orth did a tremendous job.
Yeah, he did. He got up a little shoulder. I don't know if he got a little stinger there. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's shaking it off. Man, that hurts.
Now, the Tigers swarm to the ball, and once again, the kickoff team is fantastic. So, Wauseon from their own 17. They've got wide outs to either side. They'll try to throw it underneath. Caught at the 15-yard line.
Well, Fitzenreiter.
And brought down on an ankle tackle, I think was Fitzenreiter, I believe. Got that initial hit.
Yep.
Got an ankle, slowed him down. So a gain of 2 yards on the play is it. Good job by Fitzenreiter.
Yeah, that's a tough in space right there. Will kind of had to fight around a blocker. Was able to grab that ankle for the minimal gain. It's a good play there by Will.
Boy. Okay, Wauseon comes out. They've got a wide out wide to each side. Again, out of the pistol with the wing right set. Motion coming across the quarterback. Quarterback hands off.
Stephen Brogan.
Right through there. Holy mackerel. Put a muzzle on that dog. Steve Brogan. Woof, woof. Pow!
Man, oh man!
Did you just bark?
He come like a shot out of a cannon. Stephen Brogan, man, he hit that thing.
I think he was more power than that freight train running the tracks behind us.
Man, we see a couple of them a game from Stephen Brogan when he gets on that blitz and he hits it, man, and he is a force.
The defensive line, I was bragging about the offensive line to start the game. Now the defense, the front half of that is
front seven is dominating.
Unreal.
No doubt. I think they had a chop block that time.
Liberty declined
it.
All right, so now the end result is a 3rd down and 11. Wauseon from their own 17. 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
He's going to throw one up here.
Double wide out to the far side, dropping back.
Will! Go to the house, baby! Yeah!
20, and he's going to go all the way into the the end zone. Will Fitzenreiter with his first.
And they're gonna
What do we
call
got?
him for
We
roughing the
got a
passer.
roughing here?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Oh, man. That's tough.
That's a tough call, guys.
Oh, man.
Well, he had the ball released. Will Fitzenreiter read it, jumped the route, and
Man,
he
what
went
a play.
22 yards into the end zone. Well, I tell you what, I don't care if the penalty wiped it out. Will Fitzenreiter still just scored his first offensive touchdown.
That's right, Spike. Man, you know, Will, as a defender there, that receiver was on like a 5 or 10 and out. And as a defender, if you can get up underneath that route, boom, you become the receiver. And that's exactly what Will did right there. What a play by Will Fitzenreiter.
Great read.
2 in a row.
Reaction,
Or 2 this drive. He had a great tackle earlier and undercut that one.
All right. Schwager, the nose tackle on this play. Give up the middle and spins off one, stays going.
Ooh.
And it's going to be a pickup of about 6 for Wauseon right into the teeth of the defense. That was on first down after the penalty. So now Wauseon has a second down at the around the 35-yard line. They've got a 2nd and 6. Tiger defense just having their way all the way around. Goose up there at a defensive tackle along with Weimer and Schwager at the nose. Snipers come up. Now a low snap.
Nothing
pitches outside.
Stevie.
You can forget about that. Another big loss. Holy moly.
Mason Smith and Stephen Brogan in on that one, just waiting. I mean, these running backs on these pitches, they don't got a chance. I mean, these things, there are defenders beating them 3-4 yards in the backfield.
Wow.
Holy cow.
This is 35-0. 7:18 here. Running clock, or not a running clock. It's only in the second quarter, but the Tigers have dominated this beyond all expectations. All right, a double wide out here to the wide side. Motion to the wide side. Quarterback rolling to the wide side. Trying to turn it up. Now lofts it out there.
Ooh.
Tipped by Rentz, I think, and that knocked it away as he tried to lob it over the top. He was running for his life. Goose was there on pursuit of that receiver, and it goes incomplete, bringing up 4th and 10.
Yeah, it was a good play there by Whalen. He kind of had that back responsibility out of that field, and that quarterback route came out, and he decided to go and was able to get a tip on that. So it was a good play there by Whalen Rentz.
I think this game is the evidence. This is the most dominating effort the Liberty Center Tigers have had all year, and they've had some great jobs.
Yep.
But this is just total, complete ruling the country. All right, runs up, gets it off, a kind of a low floater, hits the 40, and Old Crew has to let it go. That ball was kicked way over toward the Wauseon sideline. Old Crew had a long way to go and did not dare pick up the bouncing ball. So the Tigers will take over just outside their own 40-yard line. 6:45, 35-0. 6:45 in the second quarter, 35-0.
If we get a break, I've got a cool stat Travis Schultz sent me earlier today. He looks up a lot of stats for me, and so I got to give him some credit here. But I got a really cool stat here. We get a break.
All right, so the Tigers come out. Miller under center. Rentz in motion. They're going to give it on that dive play straight up the middle. Powering, still grinding, driving,
Good
and picks
run.
up 14 yards on the play.
Tyler Roars.
Boy, Roars is shifty in there.
Yeah, he is.
The more he plays, the more I like his style.
Yep.
That
That's
kid
a guy,
is
you know,
smooth.
obviously he's making a lot of plays for us right now, but what you just watch next year. That's a junior. Just watch what happens next year when that guy's in the backfield.
All right, Mason Smith, number 10, wide out to the wide side of the field. Tigers shift over. Zider, the tight end. We got a wingback, Jackson Bartels on the right side. Miller hands off on a power sweep, kicks it out. Rentz following a
He
block
don't need
by
much
Lay,
space.
and he breaks out into the open at the 30, the 20. Oh, baby, count it up. Ring the bell. The Tigers score another touchdown.
He had a little added stiff arm at the goal line right there,
yeah.
corner. He said, go ahead and try it there. Well, we know that guy does not need much space, Spike, and boy, that was a big hole. Nice little cut to the outside, and he's got some breakaway speed. Waylon Rentz does as well.
51 yards. Waylon Rentz followed his block. T-Lay went downfield, took out a guy, and then Waylon just kicked in the afterburners down the sideline into the end zone. And here we go again for another PAT. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way. It is good! Now, I want to say one thing about Ian Rosebrock. Usually he hits that high, majestic, stately kick. That was a little bit more of a line drive that maybe only got goal post high. Doggone the luck.
We'll take
42-0 Liberty Center.
All right, here's my cool stat. With a Liberty Center win tonight, this senior class becomes the winningest team in LC history with a class record of 50 wins and only 4 losses in 4 years.
Wow.
Also, they will set a NWOAL record for 4 years. Guess what their record is? For 4 years.
The NWOAL league games alone.
Yes.
Okay.
27-1.
Wow.
So thanks, Travis, for that.
That's impressive.
Those cool stats. So,
And I would imagine the one loss might have been Archibald.
it was when Archibald
end of the season.
kicked our butt at Archibald that year.
Oh,
Yep.
wow, that's pretty impressive. It don't get no better than that. Man, oh man, I'm going to have to get me another cough drop. This is starting to get...
We got a lot of excitement going on tonight, don't we, Spike?
Yeah, the kickoff team back onto the field again. These guys are going to get wore out. There it is, a little high wobbler. That's going to come down short at the 10-yard line, short for Walker. And hit there, slowed down,
Hop.
and a good single digit. That was Baden Hop on the tackle, number 5.
Nice job sticking your nose in there on that one.
Yep, Brady
Solo
Baden
tackle.
Hop. Woo-hoo. And the ball placed down once again inside, let me see, the 25-yard line. Boy.
24-yard line.
So, clock, 5:53, 42-0, Liberty Center. This is not even a whitewash. Tom Sawyer back in the day with his buddy Huckle.
You're showing your age,
Huck Finn.
Spike.
Yeah, they had to whitewash, but all right, kick outside, stiff arm,
big hit.
high dances, prances, and over the top of a couple of tacklers.
Will
It'll be a
Fitzenreiter.
gain of about 4.
Will had a big hit there to clean that one off. Starting to call his name a lot. He's having a great night.
Gain of 5, second down, 5.
Yeah, and the Tigers, the varsity is on the field, but it's a varsity squad that's intermingled here. They're able to pick and choose, swap, dop, and plop, and use a lineup very loose oriented. All right, now Miller comes out. He'll pick up the white out over here in single coverage. Roars, the free safety, moves that way. Indians are going to give it straight up the middle, and they'll pound forward for maybe 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and a couple. 3rd and 2 for Wauseon.
I think Spangler and Xander Zider coming up from that tackle.
3rd down, 2.
These defensive linemen are wreaking havoc.
All right, the ball, Wauseon has it on their own 32. They make a player change. Huddle up, play clock still at 15.
Number
lot of
25, Drew Silvas, Spike in there, freshman at a linebacker.
Yep, very impressive young man, too. All right, motion this way.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the pass rush. Has to shovel it out there, and in desperation, he breaks through one tackle, fights through another, And a busted play turns into a 3-yard gain. Wauseon converts a first down.
Yeah, Wauseon is really kind of turned into some of those screen passes with the aggressiveness of Liberty Center's blitzing defense, and a couple of them have worked. That worked for first time that time for Wauseon.
Yeah, it was almost a busted thing. They faked the sweep this way, came back, drew the people, and he was getting smothered and kind of pushed past it out there in desperation and completed it, and a Wauseon first down at the 35. Now motion this way, quarterback rolling this way, has time, got a receiver, caught at the 40, up the sideline, and hit hard by Grady Miller, knocked out of bounds at the 50, but it's a gain of 15 yards for Wauseon, and they're going to move the chains again. They'll be at their own 49 with 3:40 left here in the second quarter.
That's another play. They kind of run that jet motion with the back out of the backfield on their Azarian Hicks, number 4. I think he's a sophomore. He's had a pretty good night for Wauseon. A name and a number to keep an eye out for Wauseon in the coming years.
Yeah, Wauseon has to get the ball outside to have any chance at all of moving it. All right, double receivers to the far side, one over here, quarterback on a keeper. Tries to sift his way through. He may get a yard on the play. Just inside Liberty Center territory at the 49. We'll give him 2. And that'll bring up second down. 3 minutes left here in the second quarter.
That quarterback is walking slowly back to the huddle there, Spike. They're running a lot of quarterback runs, and he is taking some blows here tonight.
Yes,
I'll tell you, we talk about it a lot. When you want to run a quarterback like that, man, those throws become harder and harder and harder because your body just starts hurting, and it can't always take it.
All right, Wauseon makes some late changes. Play clock down to 7. They're still in the huddle. And now I think they're going to use the timeout with only 2.5 to go here in the first half. You can't take them with you, so they call a timeout to save the field position. So at 2.5 minutes, Liberty Center on top, 42-0. Wauseon with the ball at the Tiger 48. Second down and 7, and we've got a timeout. By the way, a shout out, Grandma Jean Kern, you have to be liking this if you can pick it up. Also the fire pit crew, Ronnie Elling down there in Georgia, Roger Meyer at the home there in Napoleon, my old buddy Lonnie Dissop listening in, and all of you from every state in the union, all you Tiger fans that love this action.
There's maybe 10 or 12. 1,000.
Yeah. Well, they get a lot of hits. People love their Tiger football. All right, now the Indians break the huddle. They come out. They're in that same pistol formation. 4 wideouts, dropping back, throws it out underneath, caught at the 48, heading up the sideline, running room there, shoved out of bounds by Grady Miller. But the Indians pick up about 17 yards on the play, and they'll have a first down at around the Liberty Center 35-yard line.
Kind of that same action we saw in that last play, that Xarian Hicks out of the backfield. That's kind of been open the last couple times. I wonder if Liberty will make an adjustment to.
Well, and they could be about ready to throw the home run ball again.
Yep.
All right, a double wide out to the wide side. Quarterback straight drop. One protector. Has time. No, has to scramble out of there. There's going to be a hole on Wauseon, and a good open field tackle there by, let's see,
Tyler Lay and
Kyler Kern.
Hunter Spangler, I believe.
That was, I believe Zeider. Or was it Kern? Kern, I think, made that initial hit.
Yeah, Hunter Spangler as well was on that one.
All right, so the holding call. We'll put the kibosh to that.
Yeah, that's a drive killer. Wauseon, decent little drive here again. A couple first downs and going to move it back 10 yards, and that's going to hurt.
Well, Liberty Center's had several. I don't have the figures in front of me, but they've had several shutouts. And defense is something you really can take pride in.
10-yard penalty will bring up first down and 20.
So now the end result of the holding penalty, Wauseon has a 1st and 20. The ball is at the Liberty Center Tiger 45. They need to get to the 25 for the 1st and 10. 1:40 clock running here in the first half. Out of the gun, motion this way. They're going to fake it to the motion man. Give it on a delay right up the middle. Nothing doing, and the Tigers hold that to about a 3-yard gain is all.
Tyler Lay and Mason Smith there. There's that inside reverse again. Use Liberty Center's momentum against them. Tyler Lay snuffed that one out. Good job. We will have a running clock start of the second half. Probably go a little bit quicker than this first half has.
All right. Clock running with a minute to go in the half. Wauseon now 2nd down and 18 to go. Back to throw. Here comes pressure.
Oh, boy.
Segorino! That was Waylon Rentz, I believe, that turned it loose, brought him down. He pushed the ball away at the last minute. Are they going to call that an incomplete pass?
I guess they did. I'm not sure there was anyone close to that. Probably could have been an intentional grounding. Waylon Rentz, that's not a guy you want breathing down your neck, and boy, he was all over that one.
Wow, Waylon had him in his grasp. Somehow the quarterback pooched it out away from his body like almost like a shot put, just to save the sack.
Waylon was shot out of a can on that one.
All right, so 3rd down and 18. They have the ball at the Liberty 43-yard line. Setting back to throw. Here comes pressure. He'll fire it. It's man on man and incomplete. Grady Miller stayed with it, got a hand in the air at the last minute, running stride for stride, knocked it away. Superlative play, and it'll bring up 4th and 18 for Wauseon.
Yeah, Grady has been all over that deep route, that fade, zero all night. He has been on top of Wyatt Smith and not any breathing room to make a completion there. He's been playing excellent corner
The
tonight.
coaches stress that. They pounded into him how to play great man-to-man defense on those bombs. So 4th and 18. Wauseon to go for it now with 40 seconds left in the game. Quarterback rolls out, gets out of the pocket. He'll throw it up there for grabs again. And incomplete. The Tigers had 3 defenders back there surrounding the receiver. They went with it, they covered it, and they stopped it.
Yeah, Wauseon's airing it out. They're not afraid to throw it up. Quarterback's got a pretty good arm. He's been giving them a chance. Not bad throws by any means, but Liberty Center's defensive back's been playing solid in the back end.
The ball was 45 yards in the air, and I mean real 45 yards. All right, so 33 seconds left in the half. 42-0 Liberty. They'll take over at their own 43. They're going to send Hammontree wide out over here. Mason Smith wide out to the far side. Out of the gun is Miller. Miller drops back, looks. He'll throw the home run ball. Got a man out there just over his reach down there at the 20-yard line.
Liberty dialing up their own zero cut there, taking a deep shot there to Mason Smith. Corner for Wauseon. A pretty good play there. He was on top of that one.
And Mason Smith has got the size.
Yeah.
He'll be able to go up and get the ball if in a chicken fight.
Yep.
All right, that stops the clock at 27 seconds. Liberty Center wouldn't mind putting on another score here. Hammontree spread out wide to this wide side. Tigers with Smith wide out over on the far side. Miller back to throw. Has to scramble. In trouble. Breaks one tackle. Cuts it out in the open at the 50. He's got running room. A great upfield block by Cam Crowley. And Miller banging down the sideline all the way down to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 29 yards, and the Tigers have a 1st and 10 with 14 seconds to go.
Really nice play there by Grady. Evaded the rush. He had a defensive lineman all over him. He was able to shake him off.
And now Liberty Center will use the timeout with the clock ran down to 7. They may set up Let's see, the line of scrimmage is the
They're going to give him a shot here,
27.
Spike. Ian Rosebrock.
You know, Max Walker was kicking 50-yard field goals this week. He was warming up from 50 and was making them.
Wow.
So was Rosebrock.
Wow. All right, here we go. What is this going to be here?
20, we'll call it the 27. That'll be a 44-yard attempt.
Oh, baby. He's got
this
the leg.
This is real yards here when you get out there into that 40-yard range.
Have we ever had a 44-yarder?
I believe we have.
All right. Team is set. Good snap, good hold, kick
got
on
a
the
chance.
way. It's long enough.
Yeah! He got it! What a kick!
It's good!
Holy cow!
It's good! And Rosebrock from 44 yards away. Get that high, majestic bunt that I've been talking about. He put it to full use. That a thing of beauty is a joy
What a
forever.
kick. What a kick. That was a beautiful thing. Man, oh, man.
44 yards. The time ran out. 45-0. Liberty Center convincingly in the lead as we head to the halftime break.
All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We've got a camera, a secondary camera set up, and we're going to be able to show you the bands because we can't show you the football game, but we can show you the bands. So we're going to go to our band cam here, and we'll be back after this halftime break.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Liberty Center Tiger Marching Band. Next up, we bring you the music of Mr. Crazy Train himself, Ozzy Osbourne. Chosen by this year's senior band captain, A.J. Seedorf. This is definitely fitting for the feeling that it is tough to leave high school when you just got on top of the heap. This is I Don't Want to Stop. show. And for our final song, we have a special treat for you all tonight. This song is a perfect choice for our 60s loving senior drum major, Savannah Hernandez. It's a favorite of Band 82. Brought to us by the Beatles from 1970, their last #1 hit. This is Let It Be. Marching Tigers under direction Mr. Lynn Leatherman, Assistant Price Trap Nature and Advisor Rachel Lewis Allen. We would like to thank the Wauseon Indian Marching Band for hosting us tonight and wish them good luck the rest of their season. Shout out to the Liberty Music Teachers, Liberty Center community for supporting us and always being the band's biggest fan. Thank you for being a wonderful audience, and as always, go Tigers!
It's senior night at Larry Ultra Stadium at Harmon Field, and the Wauseon High School Marching Indians honor the class of 2025.
All right, we're back here at Harmon Field as Liberty Center 45, the Wauseon Indians 0. And Jigs, stats have got to just be crazy here, man. It's just got to be crazy.
It shows a dominant performance, and that is what we saw in that first half. Liberty Center offensively passing. Grady Miller, 1 of 2 for 13 yards. Caden Kreinbrink, 2 of 2 for 62 yards and a touchdown. Liberty Center rushing. Jackson Bartels, 1 carry for 26 yards and a touchdown. Waylon Rentz, 3 carries, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyler Roars, 3 carries for 109 yards and a touchdown. Jackson Bartels also with 1 catch, 47 yards and a touchdown. Wauseon offensively, 90 total yards. They had 59 passing, 31 rushing. Liberty Center total offense, 321 yards, 75 yards passing, 246 rushing. Liberty defensively, Will Fitzenreiter, 5 tackles. Mason Smith with 6 tackles. Xander Zeiter with 7 tackles and an interception. Stephen Brogan with 6 tackles to lead the way. So I don't know exactly how many plays we ran. I guess I probably should have got that stat, but offensively, Liberty didn't have to run very many plays. Spike, was a field position. It was turnovers. It was just a complete dominant.
Yeah, I'll get that stat for you here in a second. We're up in the booth with the stat guys.
Our field position right off the bat,
Yep.
Wauseon could not move the football. They had some untimely penalties to boot. And we had field position inside the 40 3 times in a row. That is a lot easier on the offense. We have had virtually no penalties. Did you have a penalty stat?
Yeah, well, we had the one unsportsmanlike, the 15 on that they assessed to the kickoff, and then I think the other one we had was offsetting. So call it 1.
But we have not had the procedure calls at the line of scrimmage. We haven't had the face masks. We haven't had the late hits. We haven't had a pass interference call. We had 1 pass interference call.
Oh, that's right. So that'd be 2.
But the bad penalties, the unsmart penalties, we have not been struck with those tonight. That's a great sign for week number 10.
Yes, it is. I'll tell you what, too, Spike. This team, when they can play clean and we don't turn the ball over and we don't get penalized, I think we can play with just about anybody.
Oh, yeah. I think.
But that is an important thing that we need to clean up, and so far tonight it's been fairly clean.
And the dominance. I started out and made the comment earlier about the offense came out and just steamrolled Wauseon.
Yep.
They executed. They were opening holes a mile wide. It was phenomenal watching that offensive line. And then once the game got into the flow, it was the same thing on the defensive side.
Yep.
The defensive linemen were making their own plays. Usually it's the linebackers that have to do all the cleaning up. But the way the tackles are spread out throughout the whole team this year, there are 15 people. You can only play 11 at a time.
Yeah.
15 people averaging 22 tackles or, of course, more. This is maybe one of the best total team years that I have ever seen. You have standout players. This year there's no name. There's no heroes. It's just total team.
Yeah, depth is the word we always come back to, and that's what it shows is the depth and the amount of tackles that your depth is getting. And a guy goes down, another guy comes in, and there's no fall off. And that's what we continue to see with this team. Look what's happened tonight in the running game. Tyler Roars, he has 109 yards rushing. That's a guy that, typically he's not going to get the ball. But he gets some time, he gets the ball, and man, look what he is able to make things happen. And same with Jackson Bartels, had a nice run as well. So
this
is the depth that we continue to talk about.
And if you look at some of the JV film, You see Tyler Roars is
Yes.
over probably 100 yards in JV games.
Yes.
So, hey, I got one score update that I'm interested in. I don't know. It's Marion Local 21, Coldwater 0 at half.
You're kidding.
No.
The
The 50-50 is $6,500 take home.
Wow.
Marion Local was maybe picked to be a slight favorite in that game, with their history. But Coldwater, every bit as practically as good. But 21-0.
21-0 at half, according to Max Preps.
Yeah, they're a force. Marion Local. Interested to see here Spike 45-0 coming out of the half. Obviously, we'll probably go with the ones, maybe on a drive, and then start to see some new faces. And as far as I know, no injuries tonight, which is good.
Yeah, we haven't seen anybody gimping.
We want to be getting into the playoffs healthy, and I think that we've accomplished that so far tonight.
Okay, the opener kickoff for the second half. And grabbed there by Bartels at the 15-yard line. Returns straight ahead, makes a great
there he
cut
goes,
to the
big
sideline.
hole.
Heading down there. He's got one man to beat. Does a little juke. Cuts away there. He's got a man blocking downfield. Okru. He's going to go all the way.
What
Jackson
a play.
Bartels.
I think they
73 yards, and it's a Liberty Center Tiger breakaway.
Yeah, they're going to get a flag here.
Oh, no. A stinking
I don't know if they're going
Ron
to
yellow
crack back.
flag. Laying back there at the
man.
35-yard line.
It wasn't even part of the play, unfortunately. Jackson Bartels, that was a great play there. He made one cut, beat one guy, and he had a big seam, and he did the rest. Unfortunately, that's the second touchdown.
He had the great cut downfield. He made the great cut there. Started out to his right, cut back left, broke it up, and then made another great move down at the other 30. That's 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it is.
Fitzenreiter
That's
had
right.
that one called back on
so
the
I take that
INT.
back, Spike. We have had, that's probably the fourth penalty now, and I think they've all been 15-yard type penalties. So you hate to see it.
Well, but it's part of the game.
Yep.
I've never seen a game at any level yet that didn't have each team getting,
That's right.
3 or 4 or 5, whatever. Anyway, so Caden Kreinbrink, now the quarterback for Liberty Center. They've got the ball. They start their series at the 20-yard, their own 20. Here is the give to the third back, cutting around the outside. He's got an entourage, cutting it back inside. A power runner. Let's see the number. Rentz picks up 19 yards on the play, and it's a 1st and 10 up to the Liberty Center 39-yard line.
Hey, guys, I do want to jump in here a second. I'm sorry, but
No.
we're doing a bunch of stuff up here in the box. At the conclusion of this game, at this point, I'm going to concede that Liberty Center will win the NWOAL championship, and there'll be a trophy presentation, and I don't care. We're going live with video for that, baby.
I like it.
Well, we're not allowed to show the football game, but there's nothing that says we can't show the presentation
I like
of the
it.
trophy.
There you
So,
go. All right, Tigers come to the line of scrimmage at their own 39-yard line, lined up in the power eye offense. Give third back. That's Rentz off the right side. He's upended right at the line of scrimmage. What an effort by Wauseon. That may be the first play they've made all night that nullified a Liberty Center big gain, big play. Mason Smith will check into the lineup now. Kreinbrink comes back, so it's going to be second down and 10. With the running clock, we're 2 minutes have ticked off already. Hammond Tree comes off. And Mason Smith lines up wide to the far side. Double wing package with a single setback. Kreinbrink under center. Here's motion. Pitch to the motion man coming around the outside. Bartels quakes off one tackle.
Oh, he
Spins
goes.
off
There he
another,
goes.
Cuts it to the outside. He's got Roars as a final blocker. He's going to go all the way. Jackson Bartels, 61 yards. Fouled his blockers like a man on a mission. Liberty Center with superior blocking, downfield blocking, pounding blocking, and a 61-yard touchdown by Jackson Bartels.
Oh, that was a good initial hole. Man, he did the rest. He is having one heck of a night. That would have been his 4th touchdown.
Yeah.
But they obviously called back the kickoff. Jackson Bartels getting the ball tonight, and boy, he's having one heck of a night to finish this thing off in the regular season. Gotta love that for a senior.
Yeah,
Having saving his best game for his last. You know what? Gotta love it.
All right, so we've got that familiar crew. Good snap. Great recovery by Kreinbrink. Kick is up. It is good! Kreinbrink made a great recovery, reached behind him, grabbed the snap, got it down, and Rosebrook drilled it through. 52-0, 8:43. The clock stops for the change of possession and set for the kickoff. Captain, any other scores at all?
I do not at this point. But I will look, Spike.
All righty.
Yeah, Spike Jackson Bartels, man, he's giving himself one heck of a night defensively, too. He's had a nice night. I know he had a tackle or two on the kickoff, so
yeah.
You love to see it. Seniors peaking at the right time, and that's what the guy is doing right now.
All right, we're getting Max Perry in there. Of course, I think Max may see.
Max kicking this off.
Yeah, Max
okay.
Kicking off. Yeah, he's been working on that a little bit lately. Mason Talent, one of the interior linemen. They get the rhythm, the set, and a line drive squibber. That'll hit it to the 25-yard line, bounce around, picks it up, tries to cut around the outside, slips past one, and slowed down and brought down by...
Nice hit there by Drew Silvas.
25, Cole Spangler.
Oh, Spangler, sorry.
Cole Spangler.
Me. You know, Spangler's in there earlier, too, on defense. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And Cole has played well in
his
roles.
Yes, he has.
On defense as a freshman.
My apologies there on the wrong number.
All right, the Tiger defense varsity unit comes out for this first series. So 52-0, 8 minutes left here in the third with the running clock. Motion this way. They're going to give it to the motion man. They kick out a block there. Great move there, but brought down after about a 7 or 8 yard gain. Let's get the number 68, Mason Talent.
Nice play there by Mason. Come down the line and put a nice hit on the running back.
Wauseon taking their time.
Lewis Collins, 67 at a nose tackle.
All right, out of the pistol, motion. They'll give it on a little power dive up the middle. A power dive, duh. Second back through, picks up about 4 on the play.
I think that was Lewis Collins on the tackle there. Maybe Cole Spangler, or Hunter Spangler as well, I believe, in there.
Hunter Spangler and Xander Zeider come off the field. Tigers probably looking at making some more changes. You've got to sit in a good position, and they certainly don't want to look for any injuries. All right, motion to the far side. Quarterback rolling that way. Still rolling, has time. Now we've got a hold in the backfield. And a great open field hit down there.
Nice strike.
Let's see, that was Max Walker.
Yes, it was.
Max Walker filled the hole.
Kyler Kern got held on that play on the defensive end position, so that'll bring that one back.
Yeah, the quarterback all of a sudden had a great running lane in where nothing was open before that. All right, the walk-off takes away a possible first down, and that'll move it back now to second down, and we'll call it 15 yards to go.
I believe
ball back at the 25.
Lucas Navarre in there for number 56 at defensive end.
Second down, 16.
Deegan Schwager on the defensive line. Now play blown dead right on the snap. Procedure before they got the snap off.
False start against the Indians.
Clock moving right along. We're down to the 5:15 mark already in the third period.
Yeah, that running clock definitely shortens the game up, and
Second down, 21.
probably a good thing for all.
Okay, Wauseon comes out now. They spread two wide outs to the wide side. One over here. Quarterback drops back. Now he's got a little bit of time. Throws the home run ball again. Him and Cam Colley. And Colley with terrific defense. Again, stride for stride. And the ball came down at the 40. Nothing doing. Incomplete. That'll bring up third down and 21 for Wauseon.
Yeah, Spike, we've seen excellent corner play tonight. They've been testing Grady Miller a lot with Wyatt Smith on the outside. He's been holding up all night. Then you come to Cam Colley's side, and he's no drop-off either. So, man, these corners have played excellent tonight. No deep balls, on top of every single route. Impressive work.
Quick score, Archbold 17, Bryan 3.
Oh.
I'm trying to find the Delta. Marion Local 28, Coldwater 0, third quarter.
All right, rolling back to throw. Has to throw underneath.
Ooh,
It slips one tackle and bounces and knocked out of bounds. Pickup of about 7 or 8 on the play, but on third and 20, excellent job by Liberty Center to contain and force a fourth down.
Yeah, I've been impressed with number 4, Azarian Hicks, tonight for Wauseon. Spike, just a sophomore. He's got some shake to him. He's got some speed. That's a guy to keep in mind here for Wauseon the next couple of years.
Well, and Wauseon has not had time to throw.
No.
They usually have to throw off the rollout instead of planting. They cannot set up and throw very well because of Liberty's pressure.
Yep.
All right, now the Tigers, Wauseon with a 4th and 15, punting. 2 Tigers standing back there at the 45-yard line. High floater coming underneath it. That's number 6, Badenhop. Badenhop pounds forward for 5 and returns the ball into Wauseon territory at the 46. Isaiah Badenhop
Kick his return just over midfield.
had a big return this year, a punt return for a touchdown, so showed a little bit of that dazzle again there and picking up those 6 yards on the return.
We'll see Max Perry coming in at quarterback now for the Tigers.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got, let's see, number 72, Gabe Clapp. 275-pound junior left tackle. Boy, we got some beef on that line now. We got a wide out to the far side, wing right set. Fitzenreiter in motion. Now give to the second back. That's going to be Orth. Orth fights off one tackler, but runs into trouble. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and no gain on the play. 2.5 minutes to go here in period number 3.
Adam Foster
Adam
in there.
Foster, yeah.
Braxton Light in there as well. Parasini at a tight end.
Now Foster will spread out wide to the far side. Wing right package with 2 setbacks. Deep pitch going outside. Looks for running room. Cuts it up. Runs into interference and dives forward. Ty Jackson gets a yard maybe. But Wauseon got outside, contained that, never let him get out. So 3rd and 9.
Zabo in there as well.
Delta 7, Evergreen 14 at halftime.
Ooh,
that's a border war, baby.
Evergreen might get in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, that's right. Here's Fitzenreiter, goes in motion, picks up the ball, bounces forward, plows down to the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring up 4th down. Liberty with about a 4th and 4 now from the Wauseon 40. So they'll bring the punt team in. Walker will do the punting. You know, we haven't seen the punt team very many times this year at all.
We have not. Max got a heck of a leg. We'll see it. See if he can't pin him down here.
All right, from the 40, low snap, scoops it up, pushes it. It's a line drive. That's going to hit it to 15.
Look at that
Bounce
roll.
forward to the 10 and keep rolling, and all the way down to the 5-yard line. Very effective punt by Max Walker. Took a lot off of it to keep it in the field of play, and the Tigers have the Indians pinned back. Clock stopped for the change of possession with 29 seconds. Wauseon may have time to get one play off here in the third quarter. Liberty Center still leads at 52-0 after that first quarter onslaught. That was just unbelievable.
9 plays,
Wow.
35 points.
Wow. Brady Badenhop in there to sniper. Cole Spangler still in there to linebacker.
All right, deep pitch around the left side, finds a slot, kicks it outside, finally slowed down, caught from behind. Let's see, single digit. No, Tyler Tulay
Yep.
on the stop.
That is the end of the third quarter with the score. Liberty Center 52.
All right, well, we got a break in the action. Let's hear from our sponsors. Tiger Sports Live would like to thank its 2024-25 title sponsors. KK Collision.
You gotta run the
Badenhop
disclaimer,
Insurance,
too.
Affinity IT Group. Swanton Welding. P's and Ello's Pizza. Ohio Asphalt Paving. Davis Farm Services. Holgate Metal Fab. And the Gerald Grain Centers. We appreciate you guys. They support us, so please support them.
You know, I haven't really watched closely enough.
Wait a minute.
Oops.
This broadcast for any pictures.
That's what we were muted.
Of the game without the consent of Tiger Sports Live is prohibited.
All right.
Okay. You know, I don't know if Wauseon's got their full complement of starters in there yet, but I noticed Liberty Center is playing a little cat and mouse. The Tigers don't want to give up a touchdown
correct.
now. You know, they gave up a cheap one against Otsego.
Yep.
And Delta slipped one on them when
Yep.
they left the starting unit in there at the end of the game.
Yeah, it looks like the ones for Wauseon are still out there, so you're right. Liberty's has a few starters still out there.
Tigers had a couple of the varsities in there earlier.
Yep.
All right, quarterback keeps it, tries to cut outside, and the Tigers swarm to the ball. Slow it down.
Great job there by Brady Badenhop to set the edge there. Kind of that same thing. Keep your outside arm open. Don't let anything outside of you. And he was still able to make the play there. Nice little play there.
Okay, so second down and 6. Wauseon's ball at their own 25-yard line. 11:20. Clock running here in the fourth quarter.
Got JT.
Yep, Grady Miller still out there, and Liberty just doesn't. They don't want to give up that long home run ball. Now they'll give it on a little delay up the middle, breaks through one, grabbed by another, pounds forward, and it's going to be a pickup of about 12, and Wauseon with a 1st and 10.
O'Connor, the ball carrier, brought down by Badenhop. That will be good for an Indian. First down.
Zabo in there at a safety. Cifuentes coming back in for Lewis Collins.
Yeah, Cifuentes just kind of in there as a log jammer. He's not. He's going to try to plug up that inside, so Wauseon doesn't get away with any of that inside chicanery. Now a little inside handoff, breaks through one, and Okru comes up, slows him down. Great open field hit. That was a wow.
You're right, Spike. That was a good tackle. If JT didn't make that tackle, he could have been in wide open spaces there.
He was off to the races there, yeah. So Okru, a man's tackle. It gives Wauseon a 1st and 10 at their own 48. 9:50. here in the fourth quarter. White out to the far side. Grady Miller out there. Here's motion to the wide side. They're going to give it to the motion back. Liberty Center Tigers come to it. A straight arm, but a pickup of only 2. The Liberty Center Tigers get outside, stay with it. Hemiman.
Yeah, Will Fitzenreiter. Good job there. Kind of absorbed that stiff arm, was able to use it against him and wrestle him to the ground there. I think
Billy Kruger now into the game for the Tigers.
Yeah, Spike, getting back to Grady Miller. I don't know that Wyatt Smith's got a catch tonight. If he does, it's 1 or 2, and it's for very minimal yards.
Yes, very true.
That's the eraser, Grady Miller.
All right. So, handoff coming around. The quarterback, keeps it. Pulls out a straight arm. And an excellent effort in the backfield. Number 27, Dakota Zabel.
Nice. Grady Miller coming in to clean that one up as well.
So a chess match again. Liberty Center with Wauseon keeping their 1s in there. The Tigers have their 2s, but I'll tell you, they're not going to want to give anything up. You got Grady in there. But an excellent job also out there on pass defense, number 32, Tatum Murdoch, a freshman.
Fumble.
Fumble. That goes way back there, and they'll fall on it. It'll be a loss of 15 yards. And, boy, that's going to bring them, instead of a 3rd and 6 on the fumble snap, that's going to make it a long 4th down and Wauseon now.
I think they're going to punt her away here.
They're looking at a 4th and 22.
We got 7 minutes left here. This clock's ticking away. Liberty might be able to just run this thing out on a decent drive.
Yeah.
They get a couple first downs.
And stay tuned for the NWOAL Championship Trophy presentation. We will go to live video for that.
Runs up, short punt. That's going to be fielded there by Foster. Foster with a hole, slipped through there, pounds his way forward. A gain of about 18 yards on that short punt, right into the teeth of the defense. And Foster churns the ball in there, down inside the midfield stripe at the 50, down to the 48.
Nice little return there. Saw his seam and he hit it.
Yeah, he was quick to the hole. All right, so into the lineup now for Liberty, Braxton Light, Max Perry, the quarterback.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Wauseon 48-yard line.
Flory in there at center.
All right, under center, Perry, quick hitter, right up the gut to Orth, and Orth will drive forward for a couple of tough yards down to the 45. 6:50, clock running, it's 52-0. Remember, that first half was highlighted by the 44-yard field goal.
Oh, man, that was something.
And that was big. That's a long field goal, and it's good to have Rosebrook kick under those conditions.
Confidence booster.
Yes,
You never know when you're going to need it, Spike.
Absolutely. All right. 2nd down, 7 yards to go.
You better start thinking about the Kent Dog Award.
Oh, yeah.
Woo-hoo, here comes the campaign train.
Wing left set. They're going to give it straight up the middle and pounds for maybe a yard or 2 at the most. Liberty Center now not worrying about running any razzle-dazzle. They're just going to try to grind clock.
We'll have to find out, too, if that is the longest field goal in Liberty Center history. I think, wasn't it 4 years ago? And was it a playoff game or the game against Archbold? How deep
Carly
was
Roth. I don't think that was
40.
40.
No, Carly's was
30.
short 30s.
Yeah, short 30s.
44 deep, man.
It just seemed like 50 yards.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it seemed like 50. All right. So the Tigers come out, wing left set. They're going to run some sweep here action, but tripped up over there is Orth. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Actually, loss of a yard, so the ball placed at Wauseon 45.
4th down, 7.
So the Tigers will bring the punt team on. You got Max Walker will stand back around the Liberty's 42, line of scrimmage, the Wauseon 45.
And who's the long snapper? Number 17.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Bartels. He gets off a little pooch. That's going to hit, take a nice end over end, and it'll roll out of bounds down inside the 20-yard line. So with 4:45, clock stopped on the change of possession. 52-0 Liberty. Wauseon probably with their last possession of the night. Liberty Center's Grady Miller goes back out onto the field, onto that.
They're not going to let them get a gimme tonight, are they,
No,
Spike?
they're not. You know, and if they're going to
I think they
play
got
their games,
They got their twos in now.
Yep,
Wauseon does. We'll probably see
okay.
Grady come out here after the next play.
Yep, now
Yep, there it is.
they've called off the dogs, so Liberty calls off the dogs. All right, double wing package for Wauseon. Motion to the ball. They'll give it to the motion man around the right side. Runs into a host of Tiger tacklers there. A couple of yards on the play. And now everybody just kind of running the clock, playing it by there. Levi Howe, number 0, I see into the game, a freshman for Liberty Center. Coming off, number 70, Sawyer Backelman. You'll hear that name again someday. Tiger cheering section having a good time now with the band playing some fife and drum stuff. Give right up the middle, and that ain't going anywhere.
Who's that on that
Tigers
first hit?
again stop that.
Isaac Orth, I believe.
Yes,
That was a
Orth
nice
made
hit.
another play.
Nice fill.
We're getting more faces in there. Number 44, Trenton Rocky.
Naraki.
Noraki, okay.
Noraki.
74, Henry Fitzenreiter, 195-pound freshman. You'll be hearing more of that name, too, someday.
Big Henry.
All right, Wauseon now puts a man in motion. They're going to fake the motion. Quarterback rolling back this way. Lobs it out there too far. And Badenhop with a hit right at the on the sideline.
I'm not sure what he's calling, throwing a flag on.
Yeah, I think Liberty got hit in the back, I think.
I was going to say, hopefully it's not a Badenhop because he's just
Badenhop got him
playing
when
the
he
ball.
was
He's just kind of maybe just a fuzz light, but I hope they don't. Yeah, there you go, Mark. Good call there.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, I got a couple people sending me messages. Of course, you know, our millions and millions of listeners. Ori Killam had a 45-yarder versus Delta or Evergreen.
Oh, yeah.
So that might have been
kicker.
that might have been the longest.
Okay,
so.
there we go. I knew it had to be close.
Yeah.
4th down and 9.
All right, so Wauseon runs out of time. Clock running, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Wauseon will have to punt from their own 20. Back deep. Foster. Get the other number. Line drive kick. Hits the 40. It'll bounce forward, and Badenhop gets away from it wisely, and it'll roll dead just across the 50-yard line. Tigers will take over there. They'll have time with this running clock for maybe a couple plays.
And we're going to go to our post game. We're going to turn the video back on to get that trophy presentation. Then we'll come up with the last regular season Big Gold
Right,
Award.
I got some names that stuck out tonight.
I got
I got a few
the
names.
winner chicken dinner in my brain.
Your attendance and support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
All right, we got an all-freshman squad out there now. They give it off that left
Old
side, kicking
Spangler.
it there. Takes
yeah.
on a tag of Spangler.
There you go.
Bangs and pounds his way 15 yards downfield, all the way down to the Wauseon 38-yard line.
Look at them. They're hurrying up, man. They want to get it. They want to punch one in here. This freshman squad
15-yard
does.
pickup. Clock at 1:28. Tigers with 2 in the backfield. Wing left set with a wide out to the right side. They're going to give to the second back. Runs into his own blocker, and then 2 Indians bring him down at the 39-yard line of Wauseon.
They're hustling. They want to try to punch it in,
Yeah.
man.
Tigers run a few more in there. Let's see. We get Hayden Dotson and Drew Silvas, I believe, in the game. So the Tigers with 55 seconds. They show motion this way. Give straight up the middle. Hit. Dives forward. Pounds and grinds. Spangler. Cole Spangler. Picks up 5. So, 3rd down and 5 for Liberty. Clock at 35 seconds and running. I would think this may be the last play.
Yeah,
Wide out is Max Bucher over on the far side. Here's the snap. And it goes down on the ground. And Tigers, Indians battling for it. But Tigers retain possession, but with 13 seconds, I believe that might have been the last play of the game. 7-6, and Liberty Center shuts out the Wauseon Indians 52-0. Liberty Center dominated this thing from start to finish, in the middle and across sideways and in between. Well, Captain.
All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll take a break here. We're going to hear from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with the post-game show. Yeah. I'd like to thank its 2024-25 title sponsors: KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, Affinity IT Group, Swanton Welding, P's and Ello's Pizza, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Davis Farm Services, Holgate Metal Fab, and the Gerald Grain Centers. We appreciate you guys. They support us, so please support them. All right, we're going to switch back to our small camera if we can figure out where they're going to do the trophy presentation for the NWOAL Championship. And we're going to kind of rough it here a little bit if Spike Whitman ducks a little bit.
Meeting out at midfield as normal for their post-game quick chat. Casey always very adept at end of practice, pointing out things we need to do and directions. What a coaching staff these guys are. Work together so very well. There is no doubt in my mind this has to be one of the top 10 coaching staffs in all of the state. I mean, these guys cover every detail from a coaching standpoint. Their integrity, the job that they do, and the discipline that they keep. It may be tough love, but if you want to win, if you want to go to the big dance, this is the route you got to take, and the team follows it to a T. Nevertheless, of whatever happens, this is a great bunch of guys, and Wauseon, of course, also meeting over on the other side of the field. The crowd of Wauseon dispersing quickly, as I understand, but a lot of Tiger fans still in the stands and hanging around as they want to check out the final countdown, so to speak. So that's week number 10 by the wayside. Now we're heading to the playoffs. Liberty Center will have a home field advantage for 2 weeks, and likely to finish up second, possible third, but at that point, it really will not make much difference whether it's a second or third place positioning.
As he is retiring. Congratulations to the Liberty Center Tigers, your league champions. Good luck in the postseason. Thank you for attending tonight's ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Please drive home safely and go Big Red.
All right. Now, third year in a row the Tigers have won the league. Not many teams can say that. I believe PH pulled it off once, but the three-peat, Archibald has done it once. And I think you have to go back a long way for Wauseon.
Yep.
And Brian, I don't think they've come close to ever being in that position. This is really a very special achievement for the Tigers.
Yes, it is, Spike. Just shows you the dominance that this Liberty Center team has experienced the last couple years, and the cupboard is not bare.
Yeah.
The depth is there. The underclassmen continue to come here, and we could be seeing a run from Liberty Center that could be
could be big. Could be big. All right. Hey, while they're doing their duties here, let's go ahead and we'll start up our post-game show because Wauseon's probably going to want us out of here. So let's go to that real quick, and then we'll pick up the Big Dog Award. It's the KK Collision post-game show. KK Collision, the leader in the automotive repair industry. 29 years for Kyle. I think he started when he was like 10. I don't know. Premier Auto Services right there in Liberty Center. Jigs, throw some stats at us, man. It's got to be lopsided as all get up.
Yes, it is. Liberty Center's offense, 430 total yards, 75 yards passing, 355 yards rushing. Leading rushers for Liberty Center, Waylon Rentz, 5 carries, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jackson Bartels, 2 carries, 87 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Grady Miller, 2 carries, 46 yards, 1 touchdown. And Tyler Roars, 3 carries, 109 for a touchdown. Wauseon, offensively, 142 total yards, 64 passing, 78 rushing. Leading the way for Liberty Center on defense, Will Fitzenreiter, 5 tackles. Mason Smith, 6 tackles. Xander Zeider, 7 tackles and an interception. Stephen Brogan, 6 tackles. And Tyler Lay with 6 tackles.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
And how many carries did you say Bartels had?
2 carries for 87 and 2 touches.
Ouch.
2 carries and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then he had the kickoff return.
Turn that was called back, so.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he had he did have a touchdown catch as well. Jackson Bartels did.
Right. Okay. Well, you know what? Very dominating performance by Liberty Center. We're going to go ahead and we're going to just finish up here so we can get out of here. Wauseon is turning off the lights already out there, which is interesting, but we've had that before. So let's go ahead and now the big dog, the Kent Dog Award.
Kent Michael Spees.
Kent Michael Spees. And
memory.
I delivered the Tough Like Kent Dog shirts to his parents today.
Oh, yeah?
And I've got them out in my car. We just need to know who the 10th winner is.
Nice.
Or actually the 11th winner, because Spike gave it to 2 guys. You'll give it to everybody if you let him, Jigs. Don't let him. Don't let him. So, Jigs, who do you have tonight?
Yeah, so I'll give you 4 names. Tyler Roars, I thought he played great defensively. He was coming downhill, making a lot of stops tonight. He had obviously a big run on the touchdown, and he looked really good running the football. Jackson Bartels, he had the 2 running touchdowns, had a passing touchdown, had the kickoff return that got called back. He was active defensively as well, had a couple tackles on special teams. He was really flashing tonight. Will Fitzenreiter, I thought Will had a good game. He was flashing a lot, making a lot of tackles. He had the pick 6 that got called back. And my last one would be Xander Zeider. I think Xander had 7 tackles to lead the way, and he had the pick. He was dominant from the defensive line position.
Yeah. Yep.
Xander has been there all year long. He's been probably one of the most consistent linemen that we have had all year.
Hey, I think we gave him a nomination when he was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved Xander's play. I loved Will Fitzenreiter's overall play.
Yep.
He was that quiet big dog type. He was everywhere, and he's been the snapper on 54 kicks plus the 4 field goals this year. That says a lot in itself. I also like Jackson Bartels, another name who played a good solid role. Mason Smith.
Yes.
That guy looked good. He runs good routes. He's
6
a
tackles.
hitter. Yeah, 6 tackles. He tackles well. He's ranked high. Boy, I tell you what, I would give out 2 or 3
You'd
again.
give out 100 if I let you, Spike.
Okay. Captain, what are you thinking?
You know, I go back to my what this is to me. And this is about perseverance and endurance and toughness and fighting odds. And I tell you, Tyler Roars to me tonight, he's been a perennial JV player all season. He's got some mop-up duty. He's been dominant at the JV level, dominant. And, then he comes in tonight and he takes, next man up, depth. So I'm going to throw Tyler Roars out there. I think he's persevered. He's hung tough. He's overcome things. He's a junior. He's been fighting all year for his spot. He got his opportunity tonight, and bam!
Yeah.
He scored big.
And he did well filling the role of our free safety because he barks out the defensive orders out there.
Yep.
Yeah,
he
he's
did.
like the quarterback on defense.
So, I think Jackson Bartell, you got to, man.
I mean, 3 touches.
Yeah.
Defense,
3 touches.
and he got 1 call back on the kickoff
he got
return.
a touch, right? So, and he's kind of the same way. He's gotten into the game more than Roars at the varsity level, at the 1 level, I'll call that. But you know what? These are kids that have waited their turn, played in practice, probably did some scout team stuff, probably not where they want to be in terms of how many reps I got, where I'm going with my stuff. And, man, those two, they were dogs. They were Kent dogs.
Yeah.
I tell you what, my final 3 are going to be Jackson Bartels, Will Fitzenreiter, and Tyler Roars. Now, those 3 probably stand out with honorable mentions, for Mason. But
give everybody honorable
Fritzy,
mentions.
Bartels,
Lie
and
to me.
Roars.
I don't know.
Now, start breaking her down, boys. We'll narrow down the field.
I mean, I think I got to go with Jackson Bartels. I mean, the same guy. Like he's had some injuries. He's a senior. He's saving his best for last. He's hitting his peak as a senior, making big impact plays. What you saw tonight, 3 touchdowns, had 1 call back, and played a very active defense and special teams. I think it's hard to not give it to Jackson Bartels.
I can go with that.
All right.
Well,
that's good with me. Jackson Bartels.
And he's the final recipient of
Love
the Tough Like Kent Dog
Love
Award. And you're right. He's persevered over some injuries. He's a senior. Man, he got his opportunity, and bam, here he is. So, all right. So the last inaugural regular season winner is Jackson Bartels of the Kent Dog. And I'll be bringing shirts to practice on Monday.
Heck
I got them, guys, and they're pretty cool. We'll put them on our
Do you have
social.
the list of the guys who won?
I was looking. I did. I emailed it to Shane today yesterday to get all the sizes, and I can't find it on my.
Well, let's see. Let's quickly go down through here.
Well, it was Brogan week 1, Grady in week 2, because and I remember that it was.
Waylon Rentz.
Waylon Rentz was in there. Goose was in there.
Xander.
T-Lay.
Xander
Zyder.
Brogan.
And
Well, you already said Brogan.
So Brogan.
Did
Grady
Hunter
Miller.
Spangler get 1?
No, he did
Kellen
not.
Weimer. Did Kellen Weimer?
We had
he
no.
was close.
Hunter has been close.
Yeah, Hunter,
a few
Kalen
times.
Weimer, they've been close. We had 2 at PH because Spike got
Cam Colley had 1.
Spike got all crazy at PH.
Yeah, Cam Colley got 1.
Yeah.
Thomas
And,
Muller, I believe, maybe.
No,
No?
he
Okay.
was not on the list. He was and I'll tell you what, guys. I actually, I kept track of these, and I'm like, I swear this person was in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And so I actually had to go back and watch the videos of all the sessions that we've done. And what a tremendous year. And again, again, this award is not an MVP award because, man, we could give an MVP to everybody on this team. I mean, in terms of the depth and the filling in and overcoming injuries and team tackles and all, I could go on and on about this. But, this is about the perseverance, the fighting through the odds. I think tonight's choice, man, was a great choice because he fought through all those odds of, taking his opportunities and making good on them. And, man, I cannot find that. And I just sent it to the people making the shirts.
Garrison Cruz is another
Garrison
one.
Cruz was in there every other week,
Cifuentes, maybe?
Could
Early.
be. Could be.
We'll have to find it for next week.
Swiffy, yeah, I have the list. I swear I do. I swear I do. But yeah, so I mean, what a it just how.
What a senior class.
Yeah.
What a team this is. And, man, they've been a pleasure and fun to watch all year long. And we're sure hoping for a long playoff run here, and we'll have 2 home games.
Yep, we will be.
There.
I think it'll be, what did I say, Utica?
I believe so.
Yeah. It'll be Utica or Frederickstown, but we think it's going to be Utica. They'll come to town next week.
2-hour drive.
2.5 hour drive.
Come on down.
Wow.
And so, right, go ahead, and we got to get out of here, man. They're going to turn the lights off on us. So.
Well, I tell you what, it was a steamroll job in the first quarter. Liberty Center jumped out, 28 or 35 to nothing?
35 to nothing.
At the end of the first quarter, the offensive line started out rolling. The defense caught up, and they steamrolled. This was power football to its nth degree all night long. Liberty Center moves out to close out a 10-0 season, regular season, 52-0 over the Wauseon
Wait a minute, Spike.
Indians.
Let's reiterate those stats on that Travis Schultz sent me. 50-4 for this senior class in 4 years. 50-4. That's all games. That's playoffs. That's everything. And in the NWAL, it is now a league record 27-1.
Wow. All right.
That's impressive.
Hey, Marion Local, 28, Coldwater 0, coming to the end. The 50-50 was $22,480.
Wow.
You want to talk about a community?
That's
Hey, by the way, Adelda and Evergreen. Evergreen played us tough. You
Yeah.
know,
They
I
did.
was impressed with that.
Yep.
I still have that. Evergreen is up on Delta. I don't have a final score on that yet. So
Okay.
all right, let's go.
Biggie.
Spike.
Hey, yeah, let's get out of here. The Tigers still milling around out there. The team holding the banner of the 2024 NWOAL champs. 52-0 Liberty Center now moving on to bigger and better things. With that, everybody, it's